that they needed, because it's again and again the consistent damage coming in from Demon Cutie. The shred is showing, and it keeps on winning those team fights.
And now it looks like they're going to be getting the Lord here. Oh, they reset it? Was that an accident, or they... Oh, that they called for it. They felt like the Ling was close by.
They don't have enough vision.
Yeah.
Oh, Lancy.
We are in the waiting game here. Jawhead now doing... protecting the bottom lane here for Signal Ultra. Next play, finding the opening that they need. Because now Signal Ultra, they're down 13 kills. It shows just who's been winning the skirmishes and team fights. But even with the losses that they've been taking, Next play have been losing some key heroes afterwards. And so, but oh no, looks like speaking of a key hero, Esson here in danger right now, but he gets to run away. Almost gets caught off by the Grok and the carry there.
But it's a 4 versus 5, a 3 versus 4, I think, into this Lord as the backup. Right now, Glorious Pathway being used by Demon Cutie again and again. Pulls everyone into the depths of hell. And he's going to bring down even the Lord itself as they are launching the attack.
And it could be uncontested here, but Ling, they gotta watch out for it. And they are. At this point, they cannot force the reset. They have to take this. They have to commit. But Desanya is just looming.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're waiting for it. Can he be able to take the steal? Nope, they get pushed out. There goes the knocker from the Lord.
This will be
no. Can they take it? Desanya's getting reloaded. There goes Tempest Blaze. No!
Demon Cutie again, sealing the coffin of the Lord, and Eason is going down. You may be immortal, but I am the god right now, as Demon Cutie is looking for those Flap once again with the egg waffles again against Marksu. Not entirely putting a really good damage. Mythicals being called upon on as to the arms, and the gorgeous barrier into the face you go.
That was a great dash into the wrong base. But of course, he just did that to provide the spacing there, because Flap at that point was just, he had nowhere else to go. He had the 2 frontliners just harassing him. And those are 2 frontliners that deal damage, especially at this point. The Grok's Power of Nature hurts a lot. But with Desanya, Flap, and Esson down, this could be the last defense, last try of Signal Ultra. Next wave Predators are going to go in for the kill. Tets is getting really low. It's just the tank and the support. Left Tets. Can he survive this? Can he buy enough time? He's still alive somehow. But there goes Tets. Can they destroy it? They do. Next play Predator take game number 2 and advance into our bracket, taking out Signal Ultra Warriors.
It's kind of sad to see Signal Ultra go into the lower bracket, but the dream lives on for the Comeback Kings, but the dream is still burning into the hands of the Predator.
Yeah, next play here, just showing up with a ruthlessness, signaling that it is the MPL.
Yeah.
This is a whole different league. This is the creme de la creme. You gotta show up, and they did.
Yeah.
Although in the second game, Signal Ultra Warriors, they showed up as well.
Yeah.
They held on. Like, they really forced next play. Like, they went, like, to the limit in that match. And Signal Ultra, I feel for them, man.
Yeah,
I really feel for them.
It was a good drag for next play, because they were able to put in Marksu and Grok into the level where Egg Waffles is being kicked into their face, because the crits is being eaten up by their armors, their health, and entirely they're just pushing Bruno away to the key targets, which is Lancy and Demon Cutie. So both of them can just do the work. Let's clean up everyone there while the tanks are pushing Bruno away. No threat at all. They were playing cat and mouse again and again around the map, and they just have to be aware of where Desanya is, and they can engage again and again.
Yeah, and it's really, the job here of Marksu was really simple. Here are Sponge, go straight into the back line, pop off your Vengeance, because while he's getting hit, while he's soaking up that damage, he's dealing a little bit of damage back to Flap. And I feel like that was like the difference here for next play all throughout the game, why Signal Ultra couldn't mount like a full-on big attack, because the tanks here, that was the highlight here for Next Play Predator. Demon Cutie, another amazing game, but everything was just perfectly set up by Mark Su and Sorium
Yeah,
Thin.
you can see there, Mark Su chased away that Bruno. That Flap needs to go around the base instead. You can clearly see, he's just eating every balls he sees.
All the fish balls, man. You are so hungry right now.
No, I mean, come on. He's really the sponge that they needed, and you gotta respect the Uranus pick at this meta.
Yeah, I'm surprised here. I mean, the Next Play Predator have been experimenting with it, and now it works. That's why Signal Ultra banned it out. They know what Next Play can do with this Uranus, but now it's Demon Cutie. 16, 4, and 7. That is your match MVP.
Like, dude, he's been flickering again and again in the front lines. He's not scared at all because he knows that the damage, the shred into the late game, if he's going to flicker into the face of Flap, Flap might be flip off.
Yeah, and they also had some really good supports there. The Rafaela doing the job, and of course, the tanks, man. As a tank main myself, I gotta love it when I see some really awesome tank play, and we saw it here, folks. Signal Ultra going down to the lower bracket. Next Play Predator continuing in the upper.
Yeah, Next Play is going for the next game. But of course, not for now. They might be going to have a short break, but Ignite Esports and Team Gosu will be the next match if I'm not mistaken.
It's going to be Ignite Esports, Team Gosu. Two teams here that a lot of people have actually been looking forward to. We'll get to see more of them now in the second game. But I just want to bring it back here.
Yeah.
Signal Ultra, if let's say they do come back and get to the final for today, they might be facing Predator in the final.
Yeah.
If Signal meets Predator again, do you think it's gonna be something encouraging that, okay, we're gonna make the comeback? Or is Next Play just gonna destroy us?
I think
really quick answer.
Next Play right now is really in a good shape. And they might destroy the dreams of Signal Ultra.
But we'll see. Signal Ultra, the comeback kings, they are gonna go down to the lower bracket, but these two, they do still have a chance. Who's gonna win our next game? It's gonna be between Ignite Esports and Team Gosu. We shall see after a short break.
Hi, nice to see you again. This week, Mobile Legends team returns with a new hero. Let's meet Cecilion, the Embrace of Night. As Carmilla's lover, Cecilion is eager to blend in with human society, despite his identity as a blood demon. With his graceful paces, this powerful mage, Cecilion can easily take everything in control. When fully unleashing his power of Blood Demon, Cecilion is able to destroy any enemy brave enough to challenge him. Unique skill, Moonlit Waltz. When Carmilla is nearby, Cecilion can transform her into a vermeil shadow attached to him, shielding him from damage. Carmilla can also choose an appropriate position to detach and dash into the crowd. When she jumps out, she will obtain a shield herself and slow the enemies down around her. This skill will be granted to Cecilion as an extra bonus when he fights alongside with his lover, Carmilla. This skill can also help Carmilla to escape from the danger or dash into the crowd. First skill, Bat Impact. Cecilion unleashes a giant bat forward, dealing damage to enemies along the path. After landing, the bat will attack again, dealing damage again. Meanwhile, Cecilion's movement speed increases when this skill is cast. This skill can be used continuously within a short period. Each time the mana consumed will be doubled. Use this skill correctly to increase Cecilion's movement speed. Proper use will allow him to escape or chase after enemies more easily. Second skill, Sanguine Claws. Cecilion summons a pair of claws in a designated direction. The claws will drag enemies along the path towards the center, immobilizing them while dealing damage. This skill can generate powerful crowd control effects. Combined with his first skill, Cecilion can deal massive damage with a proper skill combo. Ultimate, Bat's Feast. Cecilion fully releases his power of Blood Demon and increases his movement speed. His released power will continuously attack enemies, slowing them down and dealing damage to them. The power of Blood Demon will regenerate Cecilion's HP after hitting targets. This skill is extremely powerful. When chasing after enemies,
Tapos may yung ano, di ba? Yung... Ito yung cut-off point ko. Then pag lumabas na mag-ads. Ganun na lang. Ganun na lang kami mag-ads.
Bienvenidos, señoras and señores, and we are back here at MPL Season 5. Of course, we are your casters for today, or for this time around. It's me, Osiris, and with me is...
Nomad, and we are going to be in Game 2 of the day. It's going to be Ignite going up against Gosu. Of course, we just came off of a 2-0 victory from Next Play Predator, something that Signal Ultra did not want to happen, but it is what it is. We're going to be going in the next game that might just decide the fate of Signal Ultra later on.
But of course, I know you have your thoughts, you have your ideas against that battle. What are your thoughts about the Signal Ultra lineup, or what they did wrong, or what they could have been done better?
Frankly, during game number 1, that was Signal Ultra just doing things, just not paying attention to the map at all. I mean, it was a Winion situation that happened to them where they did not pay attention. They did not have any inhibitor turrets left, and then they just didn't watch out for the Toms. The second game, they had a good lineup. I would really like the Ling pickup because Ling is a good duelist, especially because Ling's passive is going to be up until the 27% critical strike chance. Yeah. Very maneuverable. Plus, once you go for the Tempest of Blades, it's going to be an additional amount of damage that's going to come on top of that. But it just so happens that Next Play Predator was rolling with a Diggy. They were rolling with a Grog. I mean, they were rolling with a Hylos and a Jawhead. So there's really no way in hell for them to survive that.
Yeah, and remember, Ling is on the 4th pick. So you can say that they are well aware what they're going to face before they lock in that Ling. And the Tempest of Blades, yeah, I've seen him use it a lot, but remember, every time you pick a sword in the Tempest Blades, it kind of reduces the cooldown of your ult. And it kind of adds damage again and again. But after you use that one, he's just going to bail out. He's going somewhere, and yeah, wasn't able to maximize that one.
Wasn't able to maximize that one. But you can also maximize your Valentine's experience here, because 1 guaranteed epic skin per 5 epic boxes. Of course, that is the Valentine's box that we have right here behind us in our wonderful TV screen. And 1 guaranteed special or elite skin per 5 elite boxes.
So if you don't have a date, date yourself. You know, self-love is still happiness. And of course, if you wanted to, you know, make those admirable moves from your loved ones, you can go ahead and send them those boxes. And this Valentine's box is really worth it. Remember, $5. You got those 5 chance, and on the 5th one, it is a secured skin. It means a lot, and right now it's on limited time only.
Yeah, it's a limited time event. It's only for this Valentine's season, of course. Spread the love.
Spread the love.
I mean, you gotta choose wisely, right? If you're gonna go out on an expensive date,
or Valentine's box.
Valentine's box.
I gotta go in the Valentine's box.
Go for the Valentine's box.
You can flex those skins in every casual game, in every ranked games, and a skin to win.
And if your significant other does play Mobile Legends, that's gonna be something that they will appreciate. But of course, we're gonna be having to take this time thanking our sponsors real quick. Of course, our presenting sponsor, Smart, and our official sponsor, Realme.
And organized by Moon2.
And yeah, we are just going to be waiting for the teams to get ready. Once again, Ignite Esports and Gosu. Now, I gotta have to talk to you about these teams real quick.
Yep.
Ignite Esports. Tell me about them. What are the players that we have to look out for? What type of play style are we going to be expecting from these guys?
Ignite Esports is one of those teams who's really playing in a split push manner. They have Yasuo and Ison, which is the I-S-O-N, and not the Ison from Signal Ultra Warriors. Those two are different, guys. You remember? So yeah, they are playing on the split push type. They got that notable mashup play in a different Premier League where they are hailed as the champions. They know the positioning or the timings or the spike of what they're playing. And at the stage of competitiveness inside MPL, those key characteristic of a team, they kind of possess that one. And that's the reason they are hailed as champion. And right now, bulldozing into their entrance here at MPL.
But that we're going to have to take into consideration that Ignite also played in a competition that did not have some of the teams that we had here during the qualifiers. I mean, we had 322 teams join us in the open qualifiers. We're down to our last 4 teams for Group A. But they're not going up against Team Gosu yet, because Team Gosu is a team that is an up-and-coming team, but the members on their own are not newbies to the team. I mean, we got Escanor, just like what you and Reptar talked about earlier. Escanor, formerly from Geek Fam, started up this new team, and Basic, the M1 veteran.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about the M1. Yeah, we got the M1 veteran who kind of puts the international experience into the play, and not solely for Basic. Escanor, a former Geek Fam, which is Geek Fam, not entirely here in the Philippines. It is also an international org who caters into different esports titles. So that well-established org being trained, this Escanor, plus the M1 veteran here at Basic, Ignite needs that flame to hoist down the win against Gosu. Because, I mean, experience, if you have the experience, you just have to put the young bloods in, and they're just going to ride the waves.
Ride the waves, just surf their way towards victory, much like Gord. Like Gord. But speaking of Gord, let's talk a bit about the meta that we have right now. There has been a couple of shakeups ever since Season 4 ended, going up to Season 5. A lot of heroes that you don't expect to be picked are being picked up. I mean, we saw the Uranus being picked up earlier on. And Fars, for the longest time during the off season, has been picked in ranked games and has been picked in other tournaments as well. What are your thoughts on the shakeup?
I mean, we've seen the double marksman that we're pointing out as early as the show starts. We've seen the Granger and the Kimmy, but it was heavily countered by double mage, which is a Harith and a Lilia, or might be also a Lilia or a Valir. So if you wanted to deny those kinds of play, you can really go for a double-double shakeup and then just maximize the early game. And who pulls off the early game, that might be a death ball strat for a different team. Because if a Kimmy and Granger wasn't able to farm up because of the kills coming in from those mage, they can just pop off everyone across the map.
But that is also a bit of a risk, because a Kimmy and a Granger is a bit of a greedy composition. Because sometimes you'd want to go for a more well-rounded composition. That instead of a Kimmy, you could replace that with a Harith. But we have been seeing less of a Harith presence here. It's either going to be banned altogether, or there are other better options for a burst mage to come into the play.
Yeah, and it's kind of odd that there's so many shakeups that we've seen from the drafts. We've never seen 1-1. We've never seen Akai. We've never seen Kufra. Even X-Board. They are being left open out into the window, and we're seeing 4 bans into the mage, which is really odd at this time around.
And I completely agree with you, because I guess I could attribute that partly to the fact that we are now having a larger hero pool than what we're used to seeing during the previous seasons. And now that we have a lot of choices to work with here, the players can freely experiment with their picks. And I mean, I've been hearing some, not entirely accurate with this, but I've been hearing some very exotic picks being picked out during the open qualifiers, where these teams are just going to be picking whoever works in that competition just to secure that win, because all the open qualifiers were best of ones. Best of threes, though, what do you think is going to be the wise choice here for Ignite Esports and Gosu in particular? Because you can have all the leeway you want in the world to just experiment with your strategy, but do you think they should go all out during the first game, or what do you think?
You just gotta go all out, because remember, this is a best of 3, but this is only for 2 slots for the main qualifiers. And if you really wanted to make a statement that you are here to beat everyone, there's no downtime for you guys. And with this kind of diverse drafting that we're having, you can stick to your comfort pick and just execute the well-rounded ones, rather than experimenting those this and that's that might put you into the lower bracket and might lose the chance of your life.
And right now at this point, since we are only going to be getting 1 team from this group today, I feel like this is all going to be about the mindset at this point.
Yeah.
Which team wants it the most?
It kind of puts you in a mental fortitude, because you're playing on this single day after those 322 teams that tried out. You are here, 8 squads, here right now, 1 day, 1 dream, 1 goal.
And that is to join the other teams that we have, the other 8 teams that we have in the regular season. Mind you, the open qualifiers just happened earlier this week, and this is going to
Yeah,
be mentally exhausting and physically exhausting
It
for all
was
these players
really
as well.
quick. From 322, right now, on the weekend, chilling out, we're seeing the teams just going head-to-head into the Mobile Legends Bang Bang action with their dreams trying to, to take shape into their own. And remember, there are already invited teams. And if the direct invited teams are not just the teams that we've seen here and there, they are the biggest names at Mobile Legends. And right now, you as a newcomer, you are not entirely, you're not sure on the way of the land or into the terrain of the professionals. And right now you are being tested because this is not just all about you playing for yourself or playing a ranked games. This is just this is the dream of everyone right now.
Yep.
We're talking about. And seeing Signal Ultra fell down after being one of those staple names and the comeback kings, it shows that Next Play Predator isn't really here for the game. They want that slot, and if you are Ignite or Gosu, you gotta do the same thing because you are sharing right now the spot, or you're sharing the newcomer vibe.
Yeah.
That it kind of puts you in a bad spot if you're playing up against those veterans.
Well, not necessarily, because just like what we've been talking about ever since the third season of MPL, it doesn't feel like we'll be able to predict the best team.
Yeah.
Because all the newer teams that keep joining the MPL, one of the newer teams that are joining into the fray among the Titans up there, they have been performing as well as the Titans. I mean, last season's champion, MPL-PH, completely came out of nowhere, beat everybody out. Signal Ultra got eliminated from the game.
Yeah, and also Sunsparks, you gotta
Sunsparks as
remember. One of the big plays, Reflecia. There's so many, the meta benders, the trendsetters, the game changers.
Geek Fam as well.
Yeah.
Not expect Geek. Well, they made their way towards the regular season and maintained their slot for the upcoming regular season, and that's just a testament of how bad these teams want it, because every single team that were in the previous seasons that are still here deserve to be here.
Yeah. And remember, we've seen also a bit of a showing of the On Age. We've seen the Dims of Life of what's that team again? I forgot. But a bit of a new, I think that was EVOS, which is really also showed bright stuff right there. But we are here into the draft as Ignite Esports going up against Gosu. The bans are in with that Hylas and Grok into Ignite. As for the Gosu, that's going to be a Selena and a Valier.
Pretty standard bans here coming in from Gosu and Ignite Esports. Not much of a fan on the Hylas pick though, but I do get why they want Hylas to be banned.
Yeah.
A Farsa and a Jawhead being picked up by Ignite Esports is one deadly combination. I've been seeing that a lot in ranked games. But a Granger, a Cho, and a Harris. This is an engagement-heavy combo.
Yeah, and having that Farsa, you already have that zoning factor, and it's really good for Gosu to lock in that Granger. That Sonata might seal the deal against this Farsa, and also the Cho that can jump into the backline. Popping the Zaman Force, spamming the Chrono Dashes. There's so many time for you to reach the backline against that Farsa, but the Rages is really huge that you might have a hard time looking for the Farsa itself.
Yeah, and a Kufa being picked up by Ignite Esports just as a direct counter on the Rondo that Granger has, Shunpo that Cho has, plus the Chrono Dashes.
Yes, and it is really good because you have the Jawhead for the front line, goes for the ejector, goes for the spam of the Feather Airstrike, and then you have the Kufra to protect, to peel for the Farsa itself. So what will be the answer? They ban out the Bruno for Gosu, while Ignite Esports ban the Diggy. They don't want that extra layer of protection once Gosu goes in. But right now, they are hovering to the carry. They already have the early game prowess of that Farsa. They need that late game safety net or the shred from Carry, which is really consistent compared to others, but they might be also hovering for that double mage, which is a Lunox.
A Lunox being picked up here. It's going to be a deadly
Magic's all right.
early game here for Ignite Esports, especially considering the fact that they can also scale well going to the mid and the late game. But look at these hovers, though, by Gosu.
Oh, Gosu having that Basha. They know that there's a Kufra, but then, oh my goodness. We are in for a treat as Gosu seals the bag of candies, bringing it in here at MPL for you guys.
There goes a Camilla.
Camilla, indeed.
We're gonna be having a good time here, boys.
Oh my goodness, I was shocked. I'm a bit speechless because Camilla is too early, but then there's no early pick right now as what these players are showing off. I mean, come on. This is the dream, and you really wanted to throw everything out right there just to win all of the games.
Just go for whatever pick is comfortable for you guys. And in ranked games, I'm telling you guys right now, the composition that Gosu has is a composition that is very, very comfortable to play with, just because you're going to be all around. You have your attack damage dealers. You got your magic damage dealers. You got your tanks that can protect everybody. You got your setters on that show that can just wave the dragon anybody towards your primary damage dealers or away from anybody.
The Basha, you see me rolling, you hate it. And it's just going for those damagers. You have those key targets that can be taken down in a jiffy with that, I mean, Farsa and that Carry. So, oh my goodness, we are in for a treat.
Yep, we are in for a treat. Indeed, and we are going to be in game number 1 between Gosu and Ignite Esports, of course. Introducing first on the side of Gosu, we got Pink Fluffy Bunny on that Great Escanor on that show, Basic on the Harith, Unseen on the Basha, and Deeb on that Camilla.
And onto the side of Ignite Esports, that's Yasuo on the Jawhead, Kiki on the Farsa, Sakuragi on that Lunox, Saksa onto the Carry, and Isan onto that Kufra. So both of them trying to be more patient, just as you know, sticking into the standard laning phase. They're not entirely going for the aggressive buff take, but they're just trying to put the pressure into the map. They kind of show that, yes, guys, we are aware, and Unseen being stunned, and the jump from Isan. Ignite Esports, this is what we're telling, flaming the stage right now, taking advantage of the early game.
That is a good setup over the bottom side. Of course, Unseen did not see that coming. That's going to be the first lane turret going down. And as long as you have the tier 1 turret domination a minute into the game, almost 2 minutes into the game, that completely opens up the bottom jungle, allows you to get more EXP and gold for your primary damage dealers, which is, in this case, is going to be Lunox or Carry.
Yeah, and running a double mage, it kind of tells a lot that you have all of those magic that you need. Far side to the backup, Deeb must run away. Unseen once again being the target, was able to survive with a bit of a health, but this will be the mid lane tower. Charge coming in from Isan. Oh,
and
not entirely going
there
in.
goes the ult being popped. Nobody's going to be caught in that Sonata.
Yeah, Nomad, you can clearly see that after taking the bottom tower, they were able to put a big damage into the mid lane tower. And right now, they are rotating onto the top side.
They are going to go onto the top side. Sakuragi is going to get caught off guard here if he's not careful enough, but Unseen is instead going to disengage. Ignite Esports is playing it safe here. They're not going to be giving away any easy kills towards Ghost Gamers. They already have the map advantage over at the bottom side. They're going to try to go for more. Goes for the jump in, bouncing ball onto Escanor. Escanor is not going to be able to escape as easy as he wanted to, but a disengage from Ignite Esports just to secure the turret. Farsa dropping the ultimate, dropping the bombs, making it rain.
Making it rain, but wasn't able to really catch someone, but this is a really good rotation. You have your marksman, you have the tank who can protect Saksa, and then that feathered airstrike just to make sure that they can zone everyone out, but this will be a turtle battle.
It is going to be a turtle battle. This is going to be very crucial, though. That's an eject onto Deep. Deep's going to be forced to use a flicker, but that's going to be HP of Ignite Esports disappearing as Pink Fluffy Bunny secures a kill onto Isan. That's Kufra out of the equation. Unseen, dangerously low on HP. There goes the Sound Force being committed. Going to dashing left or right here. Synchro Vision onto Sakuragi. Sakuragi's going to go down. Enough he's going to be backing off. This turtle is going to be reset.
Basic with the kill. Really good stuff for Gosu. Really good answer for them, but Ignite needs to work on just checking. Use the ult to know if the turtle is being taken down. They need backup, but this will be a quick one into the snap of Tannis as Gosu will seal that turtle into the hands of Basic and is going to stop the response from Ignite Esports on taking that one.
Look at this quick replay that we have here. Nice setup there from Gosu, immediately going in for the Death Sonata. Pink Fluffy Bunny securing 2 kills on his own. More than enough to secure an easy Raptors Machete there. He could easily transition over, but meanwhile, the bottom lane.
Bottom lane indeed, as Yasuo is going to pay the price for overstaying into the tower, but here comes the backup. Sakuragi into front of Deeb. Goes for that Cosmic, but wasn't able to really close in as Isan is going to pay the price as well. Basic onto the double kill and might double up as well. The tower being taken down as hot as Ignite goes, and they are being pinned down.
And Gosu will secure that tier 2 turret, the Calamity Reaper being picked up here by Harris. They're going to try to go for the tier 2 turret over the top side. Escanor dangerously low on HP, goes for the flicker, waves the dragon on towards the turret, and here comes Carmilla. Goes for the first kill, secures the kill as well.
Really good stuff for Gosu. They were able to stop the power of Ignite Esports, but a good try as well on taking that tower, but they need to be more cautious. They need to respect the mobility, the setup, what Gosu can do in such a lineup or in duels.
Man, Gosu is just playing. They have the good composition in order to catch a lot of people off guard, but they have to play it safe because one wrong move, Ignite Esports will be able to snowball their way towards their base because Carrie is a good split pusher as long as she has all her items picked up properly.
Yep. And right now, Basic is doing all the work just to take the top tower. They need backup. They need to defend the top side because right now, Ignite Esports are winning into the tower trades, but then they are being caught up.
Oh no, Basic. He's going to be caught there. Basha going to try to save Basic there, but the damage for output from Lunox not enough. Going to force the flicker as well to secure the kill. And that's going to be Gosu wanting to back off here. They are going to secure the turtle over the bot side. Jawhead is in the bottom lane as well. They can try to pick him off, and they will try to defend this as well, but that's not going to be enough because the ultimate is going to be popped here by Farsa.
Rolled out indeed like a transformer from Basha, and Gosu was able to survive for another day, and they just trying to trade off with all of those objectives, a turtle into the tower, but then tower plays from Ignite Esports again and again being maximized by Saksa and Kiki with that zoning potential. And here we go as Steve goes in, goes hard against these carry as seen right now into the back line, jumps in, but the power of Kiki, Isan, and Yasuo combined was able to peel off Sakuragi into the middle of the fray. Unseen being seen inside as he's going, going down will be the change of heart as that Lunox will pay the price and Pink Fluffy Bunny will survive raining all of those bullets against Ignite Esports.
Let's also know that Kiki is not as much of a threat right now. More of a zoning here at this point. Every time she's going to be popping the ult, the more she pops the ult, it's going to be a bad timing for Gosu because they can't secure any easy kills. The only way that they can jump in there is if Unseen just randomly rolls in or Escanor flickers in, goes for the Shunpo and the Wave the Drag to displace Farsa.
Yeah, and there's so many catch that it kind of puts you into the position that Farsa isn't really a big problem right now. You can focus at Sakuragi, you can focus at Saksa, which is really consistent in dropping of those DPS. Since Farsa, with that Feather Dare Strike, you can just, you are highly mobile. You have the slide, you have the dash. You can just go ahead and sidestep away or catch that Farsa being singled out.
Speaking of Farsa, once again, popping the ult just to zone a lot of people out there. Yasuo chasing out this Escanor.
He's really brave taking that one, but Turtle again. Oh my goodness, this Turtle one after another to the hands of Gosu. This is a long-term investment and also might be paid off as we are moving into mid to late game with the power of Pinky Fluffy Bunny and even Basic, just looking for those kills.
Looking for those kills. As we say that, Sakuragi gonna try to look for the kill. Double flickers being expended there, but of course, Lunox gonna be the better of those two heroes over the top lane.
It was raining Chaos Balls one after another, securing that kill and even ejecting him into that monster. Kiki goes just for some cleanups right now, but 80 seconds into the timer for the next objective, and you can clearly see Gosu already.
Yasuo being deleted. The order bill is going to be committed as well, but that's going to be Ison forcing the flicker. Nobody is faster indeed, but the bouncing ball is going to be faster, but the bullets are going to hit you. Nobody is faster than bullets. Yep. Nobody can outrun bullets there. But that is a 2-for-1 trade. 2-for-0 trade, actually.
Whoa,
as Gosu going for the offensive.
You can clearly see that the feathered airstrike being committed, but not in the safe spot. Kind of negated, again, that Farsa. So we are more likely eliminating one of those heroes because Farsa isn't really as effective as she is. Yes, clearing waves, but right now we are scaling, moving into mid-game. Not really entirely, and you can see how Pink Fluffy Bunny puts the bullet to the head up to the ball of that ball, and even that Yasuo. They are really playing really good right now.
Playing on out of their minds, actually. They are. I mean, initially, Gosu did not look like they had the upper hand, especially considering the fact that Ignite Esports were able to secure the Tier 1 turret over to the bottom lane. The only problem there that I see there from Ignite Esports is that they did not capitalize on the fact that the bottom lane jungle is completely open. They're not allowing Saksa to get the early advantage as a carry to get as much farm and as much XP as possible.
Yeah, and they're just having a hard time as Ignite Esports are trying their best to put the pressure, but then Gosu, they are one step ahead. Yes, you can have all the setups, you can have all the clash, but Gosu, with enough damage, with enough mobility, they are outplaying Ignite Esports right now.
Completely outplaying them, looking like they're a completely different class from Ignite Esports, but of course it's still 10 minutes into the game, approaching the 11th minute mark. It's still possible. Anything is possible in this game.
Whoa.
But there goes the Zaman Force. Gonna try
the Zaman Force. That's a jawhead. That's a tank flickering away into the damage of Harith.
Harith is a big problem, so it seems. The Lord is going to be making their way over towards the bottom lane. I think they are going to opt to walk with the Lord. A few of them are going to be walking with the Lord here over the bottom lane, but they are going to try to split and maximize their push pressure here.
Whoa!
That's going to be maximum pressure over to the bottom lane. There goes the Zaman Force. And a lot of HP just going down there. That is going to be Ison going down.
No.
Kufra's out of the equation. The Lord is dishing out a lot of damage, but Sakuragi is trying to defend this.
Oh no, feathered airstrike trying to go in against Basic, but Escanor surviving for a bit, but they were able to take him down. A shutdown, a double kill to the Kiki, but Basic is still there. Pops the Zaman Force. Is he going for the engage? Feathered airstrike once again bails himself out. Yasuo still defending the base, and Basic roaming around just trying to deny some of those buffs. And really good play from Ignite Esports. Really good comeback for them that they were able to survive the rage of Gosu.
Good defense. That was a 3-for-4 trade. Something that Gosu did not want to happen. They just overstayed their welcome here over to the bottom lane. They could have just disengaged as soon as the Tier 3 turret went out. Going immediately to the Tier 1 turret could have changed Tier 3 turret, I mean, and the top lane could have changed the tides of battle.
They can just go ahead, and after destroying the bottom tier tower, they can let the Lord do the work. And then they can just go for the split on the top side, splitting both of the teams. Because Ignite Esports, yes, they cover a really good amount of rages, but then the investment of the skills or the manpower, you gotta choose between top or bottom to defend.
Speaking of manpower, this is a lot of manpower from Gosu. Posting up near the bottom jungle, almost going in for a big fight there. They are going to be disengaging. The Lord is going to be spawning in about 90 seconds.
Yeah, and Escanor not having the best time of his life with the 1-for-1, but running the high and dry. But then he's really making a good job on just trying to go for those setups compared to other players, but they are going hard in third tower as Saksa inside trying
Unseen in
to
the back
go
line.
away. Gosu jumps in, trying to save everyone out, but Pinky Flocky Bunny was able to take down again that hero into the side of Ignite Esports, one into the trade-off against Dun, and they are storming the base.
They are swarming it, and they are going to be disengaged. Smart call from Gosu. The discipline that these guys have, because any other team that does not have any tournament experience would just try to force the push there. Nice call to just disengage.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, they got the same mistake as the first one. So right now, they're just being cautious that, guys, we already overcommitted on the first one. Let's try to chill. Let's try to focus on the 30 seconds objective right now. Because once we got that, it kind of opens up the map, it kind of split them, and we can go for the kill.
They're going to try to break the defense here from Ignite Esports. Stealing as much buffs as they can, but Deep's not going to be able to secure that. And Escanor going to be in a duel here against Yasuo. Yasuo does not have a lot of HP. The Flicker is going to be expended just to get away from that carry, because carry is one itchy hero.
It's a borrowed time. Remember, we are here for that Lord. And Escanor is playing at what he's good right now, just trying to be the distraction of the team. And Gosu starting off this Lord. No,
it's a fast Lord take.
And they're not trying to contest this one because they know they have the exposed base. In any moment, they can just finish the game.
Because as soon as they try to contest the Lord, somebody from the side of Gosu will just go for the split
Yeah,
push.
and Escanor was ready to be that split push guy. And right now, this lineup of Ignite Esports is really falling off. The power of the early game mages isn't really showing that big, so they need to watch out. Yes, they have the carry for the safety net, but if ever that carry be the main target, especially that you have the Death Sonata after taking down Farsa, you got those extra layers of protection being destroyed.
Yeah, there goes the ult committed by Farsa. Lord is going to go down. Zaman Force as well.
Whoa.
Basic is suppressed, not moving anywhere, but that is going to be a lot of damage committed by Gosu. That is
Here
a
we
2-for-1 trade
go.
so far. Ignite Esports trying to defend as much as they can. It's now a 3v2. They are defending this. Unseen going to try to go for the backlines, but he is going to be taken out, and that's going to be Escanor running away from the fight, just being the lone survivor. That is a 2-for-4 trade. Ignite Esports still holding on.
Ignite Esports are really doing it. The setup coming in from that Kufra was able to catch everyone onto that Tyrant, into the wall, destroying everyone with a very good setup. They have the AoE, they have the damage, they just need that big play, that big setup, and you can see it right now. The Zaman Force into Isan. See the 3-man Tyrants right there, and 3 Feather Strike all around. Even though he has been focused by Unseen, she already dropped all of those crucial damage that they need. Even Sakuragi, even Yasuo, with all of those missiles compressed into that Tyrant Revenge, kind of shows a lot that this Kufra won that team fight.
Yeah, and honestly, this Kufra has been playing out of his mind. 0-4 and 11 so far. Not the best standing you can see from a tank, but you can see that he is joining every fray that he wants to join to assist the team, bouncing ball away from that potential team fight. Over there at the bottom side, though, Escanor almost brings down Yasuo, but he is also dangerously low. Unseen's going to get ejected back towards their base, but the damage from that Sonata, way too much.
That Sonata indeed, as they are being rained upon Ignite Esports. Gosu sealing the coffin, and this will be the game. Might be a long game for them, but still paid off.
It still paid off. Gosu, one game away before securing their spot in the next round of fights in the upper bracket.
Yep, and Ignite Esports, yeah, it was a really good early game, but wasn't able to capitalize on what they started. Remember, they are playing on a Lunox plus the Farsa, and it kind of fell off. Yes, you do have the carry, but this is just a single hero that can put a damage into the Basha, into the chosen target. But you still have the Granger who can just go ahead and rain those that Sonata again and again. Even Basic made his way 11 to 19, which is really, really good stuff that he's been killing everyone out, every Zaman Force.
Yeah, and you just got to commend the entire roster here of Gosu because they know when to just engage and disengage. There have been multiple times where if it were any other team, they would just overcommit their stay and be completely wiped out, which almost happened to Gosu. But just the greediness was more apparent in the side of Ignite Esports, to be completely honest. There were a couple of fights, yeah, they were able to survive, but if only they just decided to, hey, let's secure more objectives. They already secured the top objective, the early objectives earlier on, but Gosu just managed to secure more.
It's funny that the early game was entirely into the hands of Ignite Esports, but the Turtle, again and again, they are getting those long-term investment that puts them into the map, onto the mid-game. Remember, that Ranger isn't really joining the fight, he's just farming, but then when he pops off the Death Sonata, someone will die. And it happened again and again into the mid lane. They know when to fight, which is really good for Gosu. They just sustained. Yes, they maybe have those mistakes inside the base, the overcommitment or the eagerness to finish the games, but Ignite Esports really falling off into the timer.
Yeah, and pretty commendable for Ignite Esports though, because they really did hold on until the very end. A lot of good saves on their end, especially commending Eson on that Kufra. Just that one Tyrant's Revenge completely changed everything for Gosu, but it wasn't enough. And of course, looking at our smart match MVP, we got Basic on that Harris, 11-2-9, 67,000 damage dealt.
Yes, and you know what's up when this guy pops the Zaman Force. Someone is going to die. And side by side with Pink Fluffy Bunny, they really know which target to prioritize. And then from there, Ignite Esports lacking the firepower that they needed. Yes, at the early game, they got that power from Farsa, which is really a big threat. And got that Lunox, which is a bit slippery. But then moving into the late game with Escanor's aggressiveness and even Unseen just rolling inside the base and looking for the key targets, they know which to take down first, and then from there everything follows.
Yeah, and I'm gonna ask you the question regarding the composition going into game number 2. Do you think Ignite should just stick with the double mage combo and just see if it works again, or do you think they should do a bit of a shakeup in their composition? What do you think that shakeup should be?
Yeah, they need remove that Harith, of course. Harith is still one of those biggest hero that changed the game because of the Zaman Force and keeps on spamming Chrono dashes again and again. You gotta respect the guy, the little white guy, because remember, this mage has been a staple ever since what season? He's been playing again and again, and he's been showing big plays. And right now, we're not seeing the Esmeralda that kind of steals the power of that Harith. So this is a free Harith game for most of the teams, and Farsa, which is in a stationary position, isn't really that good because you have the ejector, you have those beefy frontliners, Kufra. But what if the Death Sonata reigns above Farsa? You don't have any answer. What if Escanor was able to flicker in, Way of the Dragon pops off the Farsa? I think Farsa is just good if you have those tanks like Akai. Because Kufra, yes, you can peel. I commend that one. But you are mostly going into the opposing team. Yeah. You are not protecting the Farsa at all. Jawhead, you kind of want to go in to eject someone inside your team. Kind of leaves Farsa again. And falling off into late game, you're not getting the damage that you need, despite of the Lunox that got those Chaos Ball. So, I'm not sure. I think the Mages needs to shake up. And with the bans we're getting, this is a bit tricky. They need to do something about how Gosu work. Because Gosu right now, they are methodical. They know what to do.
They are very methodical. And Gosu just played it smart. They just completely banned out Selena, Valier, and Bruno. Some of the primary damage dealers that in this meta have been very big problems.
Yes.
Ignite banned out a Diggy, Grok, and a Hylos during game number 1, which is not as impactful. If anything, these heroes could have helped them in their matchup. I don't know. I'm gonna want to see a very exotic pickup here from Ignite Esports.
I think Akaja will do. If you wanted to draft for a Farsa, you gotta go get that Divine Judgment, because Divine Judgment pulls out any hero that can jump to Farsa, pulls in a hero that can be targeted by Feathered Airstrike twice. So with that duration of the Divine Judgment, you can do so many things with that single target that can just take someone off, or you can just take the Cho just for the peel, or for just, I mean, there's so many heroes right now that can protect a Farsa if you wanted to draft a Farsa.
Or we could just go for the classics. Instead of an Odette and Johnson, you can go for a Johnson and a Farsa, just like old times.
I would love that. I would
just
love
like
that.
old times.
I would love that, because being
Your
diverse
team
here right
is
now at
banning.
our draft, or we're seeing different heroes, and a Johnson will be a big surprise for us. Right now, Gosu Part 2 against Ignite Esports, and we are seeing the bans Hylos, Selena, and still closing on the Valier.
Yeah, but they are
Your
respecting the
team
Carmilla
is
now.
picking.
Yeah.
They will be banning out that Carmilla, which means they might be eyeing out a Digger Grok
Your
ban here
team
for
is
Ignite Esports,
picking.
and a Grok pickup there, and a Harrod.
I told you they need to work on that
Your
Harrod
team
right
is
now. And yeah, Camilla, we didn't really shed the light on the Camilla, but we've seen the threat
Your
that
team
it
is
poises, because
picking.
whenever it shows the blood lotus or the flowers itself, you know that someone is going down.
Someone's
And
going down.
You gotta put the distance away.
And even so, Carmilla's going to be able to put a lot of distance away. Masha could actually catch up.
And
against,
right now, we're
Carmilla.
seeing a Farsa with a Cho. That's what I'm telling you.
This is this is the competition I want to go for. But now we are seeing a Bruno being picked up by Ignite Esports. This is already a good 3-man startup here for Ignite Esports. A very good damage dealer on to Bruno and Harith, and then you have a Grok that has incredible sustains and a lot of utility in his kit.
Yeah, and they're not going to stick for the carry, which is wasn't really able
Your
to
team
spike
is
as much as
banning.
she can onto that timer, because you gotta expect that on that kind of timer, the carry
Your
should be
team is
destroying
picking.
everyone. So they kind of change it. They wanted the Bruno, they kind of bit of an early type of damage, but still, you need to consider, we are still having that Granger really showed a lot of potential into the hands of Gosu. So, Hellkurt and
Kaja.
Basha
Ooh.
being banned,
Your team
and
is
that's the
picking.
Kaja. I believe this is a really good steal for them,
That is a Bellaric being hovered here by Gosu.
which is being reworked, if I'm not mistaken.
Already reworked.
Yep.
And instead we're gonna get a Kufra and an X-Borg.
Into the hands of Gosu. You know, we've
Your
seen them.
team
They
is
are really
picking.
methodical and having that Kufra. And this is what we're talking about. Farsa being left out, but you have the Cho. He can quickly go into the back line, kick someone out who's going to catch that Farsa. You have the X-Borg, just put a lot of true damage against the team, and you have the Tyrant's Revenge from Unseen. There's so many things that you can set up into the hands of Gosu.
What I'm seeing here on the side of Ignite Esports, yeah, they got good individual skirmishes, so to speak, but they don't have that big 5-man initiate that Gosu inherently has with that Cho, with that Kufra, with that X-Borg.
Yeah.
A lot of people know that I am a tank spammer. I am a tank main, and
Nomad right
I'm
here.
gonna be honest. If a team composition does not have a big multiple AOE initiate, that team more than likely is gonna lose. But you know, Ignite Esports just might prove me wrong. I mean, yeah, there are still a lot of individual initiates here with the Divine Judgment, with Grok just going for the Wild Charge, Guardian's Barrier just blocking out anybody. It's not a hard CC.
Yeah. It's not as how hard it is as how like the usual Akai, the Kufra with the Tyrants. But yeah, it's kind of surprising that we've seen the shakeup that we've talked about a while ago. But right now, who are you going with?
I'm leaning towards Gosu with this composition. If I'm going to be honest with you, it's really going to be a Gosu game. That's how confident I am with these guys. Speaking of Gosu, Pink Fluffy Bunny is going to be on that Granger, Escanor on that Cho, Basic on that Farsa, Unseen on that Kufra, and Deeb on that X board.
And of course, Ignite Esports, Isan onto that Grok, Sakuragi onto the Harriet, Saksa onto the Bruno, Kiki onto that Kaja, Yasu onto the Thams. And they are just showing those early skirmishes, just opting for a bit of a farm. Remember, Gosu isn't the team who's really as aggressive as how Ignite Esports on game 1, but they know what to do as the game moves on. They're like the ticking time bomb of the teams right now.
Yeah, Ignite Esports is playing to their strengths right now. They have a good early game pressure here. They are once again going to try to go for the bottom lane.
And it's kind of the same as game 1 that they really wanted to go for that kind of a trade-off. But remember, this is Gosu. They know what to do. And right now, Unseen being killed, it was the same story as game 1. It kind of opens the top lane, and it's taking them too much time. This is a 4-man dive, but then kind of took them a lot of time. Opens up the Granger, rotated onto the top side, just going to trade the towers, and this is a big farm for Pink Fluffy Bunny. Again, timers.
Timers are what matters here. Again, this is an even fight in the early game. Just like what we said earlier on, timers are what happens here. Pink Fluffy Bunny, as long as he keeps getting the farm that he needs, he's going to be a big problem here. But Deeb might just get caught here. It is a 3v1. Forces out the flicker. He's not going to be able to escape. Now Unseen jumps in. He managed to escape with that flicker.
Oh, Unseen with the play. Really good play right there, but Sakuragi goes for the Zaman Forces. Deep will be the next one's going down. Wild Charge as well. Unseen, is it the time that you're going down into the hands of Ignite Esports, as Basic is having the time of his life, not entirely putting all the damage, but he's going to survive.
Gonna be surviving a almost a 1-for-1 trade there. In the middle, a 1-for-2.
2-for-1.
A 2-for-1.
Unseen and I think that was died.
Oh yeah, it's D because he was low, managed to escape.
Sakuragi
but
with his Zaman Force. Yep.
It's sad that Deeb wasn't level 4. That then, if he was, Last Insanity is gonna change the tide there in that mid lane fight. But the turtle was a pivotal factor during game number 1. This should be something that Ignite Esports wants to get.
Yeah, that's another change that they need to do, the objective play.
Oh,
but right
there goes
now,
that Last Insanity, bringing down the HP of Eson. That's going to be Forest Basic securing the kill onto Eson. Deeb overstaying his welcome, going to try to secure this buff to the bottom lane, but that is going to be one going down again over the top lane. Another kill going to the side of Gosu.
This is, I mean, Gosu, they have the timers. Ignite Esports burned all of their ultis onto the mid lane after that fight. And right now, it's time to fight for the turtle. They don't have the prior resources, and they are being outplayed by Gosu again and again.
Objectives is the name of the game in the Mobile Legends Bang Professional League here. Gosu securing the first turtle of the game. Both of these guys did secure the tier 1 turrets, but Ignite Esports is going to try to go for the mid lane turret, as well as Gosu trading it for the tier 1 turret over to the bottom lane.
Yeah, same story as game 1. They are losing some of those towers, but they're gaining some of the objectives. Remember, they took the turtle. Yes, it was a lost mid lane, kind of open up the rotation factor of Ignite Esports, but they were able to answer with a tower onto the bottom side. Again and again, Gosu isn't letting Ignite Esports create a huge gap.
Basically trying to bait himself, like, hey, I'm out here and right in the middle. Come at me.
Come at me, bro.
Oh, there goes the flicker onto the wild charge. Zamafor is going to be placed down. Last Insanity is not going to be connecting to a lot of people. That is going to be a 1-for-1 trade over in the middle lane, and Deeb is going to be chased down by Sakuragi. Sakuragi has to fall back here. Unseen might just be able to catch him off. One Tyrant's Rage is going to be enough, but the Synchro Fission does not connect. Fire Missile is going to be used to just push them back. Meanwhile, over to the bottom lane, Pink Fluffy Bunny as well as Escanor are going to be on the bottom lane, applying a lot of pressure, but they are going to be disengaging, going back into the mid lane.
It was a good play coming in from Ignite Esports. Kiki, the unsung hero, was able to pull Basic across the wall into the mid lane tower, and there's no answer with any feathered airstrike. Wasn't able to bail himself out. Kinda puts a lot of pressure to Gosu because they lost another member. Deeb, not entirely having the Faraga armor, doesn't want to go in. Trying to play with fire against Sakuragi, but Sakuragi, of course, the Harriet, still slippery. Got that early damage. You don't want to go inside too far with that Harriet.
And as far as popping the old once again, going for Isan, zoning everybody away from the turtle. Once again, that's going to be another objective secured by Gosu, and again, it goes to Pink Fluffy Bunny. He's currently sitting at 2-0 too.
Yeah, and it feels like if you're taking turtles again and again, it might cost you the game. Gosu being methodical, objectives after objectives, trade-off after trade-off. Yes, they might got those skills, but you can clearly see the gold advantage that it isn't far as how Ignite Esports is putting a lot of resources into a single person against Gosu.
And Deeb does have the last insanity, but he's not going to be expending that onto Isan alone. And this is a siege by Gosu. If anything, Yasuo on that thumbs should start going in with his team and try to prevent Gosu from securing another objective here
yeah,
on the
and
mid lane.
You already have the Flicker plus the Divine Judgment. It kind of says a lot that this is a go time for Ignite Esports. Blade of Despair being secured by Escanor. And this Escanor isn't the same as Game 1 who got that 1-for-1. He's sitting on a no death. And having the Blade of Despair, he can just burst someone down with a very good Wave of Dragon.
One good Wave of Dragon towards Harith or Bruno will turn the tide of the battle. And that is going to be a pause being called by these teams. But I just got to ask you, though, what do you think is objectives here?
Yeah, they know how to
good job as a Farsa here compared to how Ignite Esports use.
They are going in for the turtle.
And that's going to be a turtle secured by
going to jump me into the back line, so it's time to pop the ulti off, and Kiki right now. They are baiting in, and they are onto the side, puts the slow, puts the slide away. Feathered airstrike once again, once and for all, but wasn't able to really take down someone.
Oh no, Deeb is overstaying his welcome here. He should have just backed off here. Faraga armor is not going to be enough to defend him there. And he is backing off now.
Oh yes, indeed, as Kiki playing with the brush play. Still got that flicker, but no divine. Oh! Respect the guy. Respect the Granger. You are in danger indeed, as Pink Fluffy Bunny was able to put the bullet into the head of Kiki.
In front of a guy that's shooting a gun.
Yeah, indeed.
Right above
there.
the wall.
Right
Gets sprayed
there.
down in the face. But while that's happening, there goes the last insanity, bursting onto Yasuo. Isan's going to be forced to fall back here, sieging up the top lane turret, but Escanor is going to be sieging up the mid lane as well.
This is bad. No Sakuragi, no
fight compared to game number 1, where the gold lead now is just around 3,000, where earlier on it was a 5,000, 6,000 gold lead in favor of Gosu. Now we see a fighting have to
Bunny's a ticking time bomb, and having that endless battle on top of Blade of Despair, sitting on a 402, free hitting everyone into the backline. You need to do something about that.
You really need to do something about that. And Pink Fluffy Bunny just taking his precious time, just securing the Lord. Well, the rest of Gosu is going to be securing everybody there. But Kiki, do you love me? That is what Basic asked. And Kiki's going to go down. Aeson's going to go down. Almost going to go down, but finally goes down. But ahead.
Sakuragi
Backline though.
Flank indeed, as Unseen was able to survive the shields. They are playing against Fire. Was able to shut down Pink Fluffy Bunny, but Basic with the answer. Escanor into the backup. This will be the Lord of 4-2 trade in favor of Gosu. And also the towers being pushed by Gosu after this. But of course, they're not going to stop us yet. Yasuo is going for the answer, the kick, the way of the dragon, and here we go. Feathered airstrike, free cast all around. Basic with that magic damage. So many catch potential for Gosu.
So many. They play with fire as if it were their last. That is Gosu coming out on top once again. In that fight, but the gold lead is not.
Oh, this is bad.
Wanzama Force and the Divine Judge. Judgment bursting out. Escanor there.
The damage against the Lord, and you can see that that's Sonata and the
Kill out the Sam.
Saksa.
Saksa and the back lines will be able to secure that. Sakuragi's gonna go down. It's Sakuragi's not gonna go down. He's gonna
another one.
quite easily here as well as tanks because Unseen is being melted there. Immortality is going to be popped, but that's going to be Sakuragi overstaying his welcome there, being killed by the Rhapsody from Pink Fluffy Bunny.
Yeah, and you gotta remember that Unseen was able to survive that engage. Really solid play. And our Coopers right now are really showing big plays one after another. But Saksa right now, he's on the radar. He's ready to ignite the flames to win this game too.
Balls to the wall here.
He goes down, and this will be another tower. Bruno is really looking smart, and they are going for the base.
And they're going to try to defend this, but I don't think it's going to be enough because that is going to be Ignite Esports forcing a Game 3.
Yep.
We have ourselves a series here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed. And this is really looking different because we've seen Ignite Esports. They know that once you took down Basic, it's go time. There's no zoning potential. There's no wide range damage. There's no Escanors going to land those kicks, and they were able to maximize the Kufra Divine Judgment again and again. And there's a reason why Kufra is one of those key supports into some of those games.
Key support indeed. And let's again, I really want to convince Saksa there. And the rest of Gosu actually, because they gave Saksa a lot of space to work with.
Yeah.
They allowed Saksa to just secure a lot of items. Secure all of his items. Secure a lot of farm. That just allowed them to snowball. Because that's one thing that you have to prevent if you are going up against a Bruno. You have to always apply a lot of pressure. We've been seeing a lot of Bruno games during the last season where Bruno wasn't actually fully utilized to his potential. Most notably was when Few just decided to pick up Bruno during the last matchup that they had as Signal Ultra when he was still part of Signal Ultra in the regular season. He made it out alive because of that Bruno just reaching the late game.
Remember, you asked me a while ago what's the shakeup that they need. They took the Kaja, they took the Harith, they changed the damage dealer, and it really shows right now how well Ignite Esports adapt into this bad situation. And Gosu, really, they did put the fight. They used the Farsa in a very good fashion. It's just that the outplay that the Ignite needed showed up.
They relied a lot on Escanor going in for the split push that they forgot to just push as a team.
Yeah, they could have goes for the 5-5 scenarios because they can win onto those clash.
Yeah, and the more that Ignite Esports just were able to just pick off anybody from Gosu because of that Kaja, the more they were able to just bounce back into the game, which is something that should not happen in the competition that Gosu has because they could protect anybody against that Kaja.
Whoa, you can see Saksa right there doing all the work. And really, he's really doing his best on taking down.
Gosu, I mean, could have done there to prevent the
and of course,
the end from coming. But yeah,
Saksa
is our MVP.
Is our guy, as he was able to deal around 80k, 80,000 damage right there with a 913 KDA. Really good stuff for this guy.
Not really. Very good stuff from Saksa.
Yes, indeed.
And again, commending the entirety of Ignite Esports here because they were just able to buy a lot of time for Saksa in order for him to just farm up and be a problem in the late game. Only thing that Gosu could have done there was prevent that from happening. Just apply a lot of pressure on Bruno. Make sure that he does not get killed. Make sure that he does any farms. But that wasn't the case. And that was the story 1-1.
Yeah.
Game 3. Game 3.
Game 3, and of course, you asked me a while ago what what Ignite Esports need to change. How about you? What Gosu needs to change right now?
Gosu just needs to play to their strengths where they're just playing as a team. Secure more objectives. If they see a Bruno coming up again, might as well just switch up the Selena and go for a Bruno ban. Respect that Bruno. Because Bruno was a problem. If they're going to be playing against a Bruno, apply a lot of pressure on that Bruno.
Yeah.
Don't let Bruno thrive. Bruno thriving is something that you do not want to happen.
And yeah, and if you're playing a Granger, you gotta remove the Bruno, because that's the only hero that can contest the damage of a Granger. And I think Farsa isn't really that. No, not
Farsa.
really.
I mean, Farsa was a problem for Ignite Esports, but Bruno just outshined.
I mean,
Farsa
after the Predator airstrike, what's next?
Run away, regroup,
Right?
wait for the cooldown.
Right?
That's it.
Lunox can go for the Chaos Bolts, can goes for the deep dives. I think Farsa, yes, she is really good. I mean, come on, guys. The meta is really on her. But if you're not landing those key targets or not having those catch potential, not really entirely having the best follow-up, you're going to have a problem because that single ult isn't really catching into anyone's thought that right now they need to unleash the beast because this is a 1-1, and if you don't want to play on the lower bracket against against Signal Ultra, you need to work on this.
Yeah, and if anything, if you're going up against Signal Ultra in the lower bracket, you're going to be having a hard time because Signal Ultra is going to be looking for pain. They're going to be going in for the gauntlet here to go back into the upper bracket to secure their slot. That is what Signal Ultra wants, and they will be having a hard time. They're going to be pouring it out, and whoever is going to be facing Signal Ultra, I'm sorry for you guys.
Yeah, but right now we need to focus on what's in and what's right now into our screen. Ignite, go to.
I'd like to go back to what you said earlier on, because just like what you said, Ignite Esports was a team during their championship run in that other tournament. They were a team that were just able to split push their way to victory.
Yeah.
Do you think they should start resorting there?
They need to unleash the Masha. Because once again, they are being played on, or it may not be split push. The pick-offs really work well. Remember, Gosu played into their strength as a team, as a whole squad rotating onto objective. And they are being destroyed by the assassination of Harith onto the backlines. Sakuragi works well on that one. Kiki, playing as the Kaja, was able to pull away someone. So, if you're picking off Gosu one by one and losing their strength one by one, they're going down in flames.
And Masha is the proper hero to pick if you want to go for split pushing, wrecking anybody that goes into your way during that split push. Because Masha is a good duelist. And when she got introduced, I immediately picked up Masha. And I enjoyed my time with Masha because the more HP she loses, the more she hurts.
Yeah.
The more lifesteal she gets, and if you build the right items, you get the right emblems, you'll be able to eliminate anybody. You can take down the Lord on your own, without any problems. You can take down the Turtle on your own without any problems. That is what Masha's strength is. Objective takes.
Yeah.
Not necessarily on the duels.
And right now, Escanor, I gotta respect the guy, but on Cho, he's not as bright as how Cho should be. There's so many Cho players that really change the tides of the game, but that's 2 games. On his first game, high deaths. On the second game, yes, he got the damage, but wasn't able to pop someone, wasn't able to peel, to set up for the good stuff. So I think he needs to go on a different path right now.
Needs to. I mean, he can't do ACKTD or Yelly Hayes Cho there.
Yeah,
but he did try his best.
Your team is
and it did show.
Yeah, you gotta respect the guy, but we need right now into a 1-1 scenario. You gotta show the card. You gotta play the Royal Flush.
Play the Royal Flush, or just pull out the ace under your sleeve. That is what we are going to be seeing here, because we are in the draft phase of game number 3. Gosu manning out Selena and Valor. Ignite Esports opting for a Harith and a Hylos.
Yes, and Gosu is still going to stick into the Farsa. Yes, they can. They were able to run it. They were able to put it into their favor. The pain has been felt. There's so many disengaged fight because of those airstrike, but
am I seeing a Zask?
But before Zask, Cho into the hands of Ignite Esports. Remember, we have a Masha player here, and he's going to be the Cho, who is really good into split pushing, and you have the early game Grok. But Gosu was able to get that Camilla.
Yeah, a Carmilla and a Granger. I thought I was gonna see a Zask,
Yeah.
which is another viable hero to go for
Yes,
split pushes,
yes.
but not necessarily
And having
in
those pets.
this meta. Yeah.
But I think that was too much zoning. And if you're going to draft a diver comp into Ignite Esports, the show a Ling or a Grok, the
Your
Zask
team
will
is
pop
banning.
off because you're already protecting a Farsa and you don't want also to protect a Zask.
Man, a Ling is again Ling.
This is
Just like
greedy.
what I said, Ling is a good
Your team
duelist,
is
a good
banned.
assassin for that matter, because Ling's crit
Your
is gonna
team
be
is
scaling
picking.
Diggy's still open.
25% crit,
Yeah.
crit strike chance, and a
Your
lot
team
of
is
the other
picking.
skills that Ling has will
It
be
should be a Basha Diggy.
able to eliminate a lot of people. But look at that, a Basha and a Jawhead Thumbs potentially being.
The joy is good because you can eject the link, but you don't have the time journey
Your
to
team
protect
is
anyone
picking.
as of now. And if
An
you're
Akai.
going to draft an Akai, this is an all dive into Ignite Esports, Way of the Dragon, into that wall charge, plus the Akai. Oh my goodness. This is really looking bad for Gosu for me. I think this is not the best Gosu play or draft. Well, how about you?
Mm, I have a feeling that if Gosu plays this right, like if they just play real well, work to their strengths, which is just securing objectives, they might just have the upper hand. But they just have to watch out for Ling. Ling is the number one problem here, is a thorn on the
Yeah,
side here
that's-
for Gosu. Ling will be able to take out all the squishy champions that Gosu has without any problems. And Gosu needs to split push. They also need to watch out for the Cho that can also split push.
Yeah, and considering that you have a Farsa who's standing, casting all of those magic, Link can jump in, destroy her. Yes, she might be ejected, but you gotta consider the other factors from Ignite Esports. They got that show, the Akai, who can just throw you off if you wanted to go in. And Sakuragi on that Kimi, it kind of signals a lot that they want to peel away for that free damage. And Saksa is always going to play for the Link.
Yeah, I mean, aside from just peeling away from that Kimmy, they can also just apply a lot of pressure in terms of securing objectives in the mid lane. Let's also have a focus on the top lane, where Ignite Esports is just completely trying to secure the tier 1 objective here with Yasuo. And speaking of Yasuo, he is going to be playing that Cho on the side of Ignite
Oh,
Esports.
rotation. And look at the map. They are being denied by Saksa and Sakuragi. They just want to stop anyone who's going to respond to the top side, and it worked well. And right now they're having a problem on answering the towers. Yes, they got that Kamala, but not sure if Deed is ready for the damage of Ignite Esports.
Well, this is a basic. I think this is already going to be a trademark for Ignite Esports, just securing the tier 1 turret as fast as they can. They just demolish that turret in 1 minute 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But they need to not overextend, just like what they did during game number 1. Just apply equal amount of pressure, just like what they did in game number 2.
Yeah, and combining those, they need to adapt to the power of Gosu. Yes, the objective play is really solid, and they can just take advantage of that one to have those setups that can catch them off guard. But right now, Gosu still standing their ground. The aggression of Ignite Esports show here as Cho jumps into the back lines, but Pink Fluffy Bunny is also present here at the bottom side.
Oh,
Goes
wave the
in.
dragon.
Oh,
And that's going to be unseen, being blocked out by the Guardian's Barrier. Not going to be able to answer as much, though, but we do see Carmilla just in the back lines trying to chase away that Akai, but that's going to be a regroup by Ignite Esports.
yeah, I think Carmela is really good in terms of zoning everyone who's going to go up against the Farsa. Kind of puts an extra layer of protection besides from Jawhead, because the damage of Carmela is really huge, and you don't really want it to go walking in and being killed.
Yeah, and typically some people do play Carmilla as a tank support. as well. But we've had more than enough tanks here on the side of Gozo. We already have Basha and Jawhead, which means a lot of damage output is going to be expected here.
Yep, and sticking on to that Carmella, who can just go ahead and put a bit of a threat against the Ignite Esports, who's really aggressive in terms of the tower diving, but objective play. Right now, Ignite is the one who's advancing the steps, 2 steps ahead.
That is going to be bad for Escanor. First blood finally going on to the hands of Gaming there. Raptor Machete being picked up by Pink Fluffy Bunny as they tried to push their way towards the bottom lane, but they won't be able to secure that. Akai's going to be caught off guard here. But Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? He's going to try to go for the blender to the 1,000 pounder. Not connecting with that Pink Fluffy Bunny though.
No.
Dangerously low. Kiki is going to show his love onto Pink Fluffy Bunny, but that's going to be Deep securing the kill onto Sakuragi over in the mid lane. Kiki surviving.
Isan goes for the wild charge. This is a 5-man and they need to run away. Bail out after that kill. Isan really showing that he's tanky enough, and even Saksa, he was short in his life, but still he was able to jump away and provide a really good damage, just take down Pink Fluffy Bunny.
That was already a good enough trade for Ignite Esports. They secured the mid lane turret plus a kill onto Pink Fluffy Bunny. They're trying to stop it from happening.
High tanks, they're just looking at each other.
The Brusco brothers are just
no.
ejected on towards the turret.
But Saksa isn't going to stop. Puts a really good amount of damage. Here comes the backup. Unseen and Deep into the back lines. He's going for the flank. Yasuo jumps around. He's dancing away into the beat of Deep. And they're just going to bail out safely.
And while that's happening, Deep is going to be overstaying his welcome there. He needs to back off.
No Hurricane Dance yet. No one's going to be pinned down. Unless they really wanted to commit on this one.
Hurricane Dance is now available here. Onto Kiki. Go Farsa going in for the airstrike.
There's a cooldown into the airstrike. 9 seconds before the turtles show up. And they are roaming around the vicinity of that turtle. Deep, Escanor, Sakuragi just playing again with the fire. The energy transformation puts a lot of damage into the tower, but into the backline, that's going to be Isan looking for the flank, and this might be
Deep in the backlines. There goes Farsa going in for the airstrike, zoning everybody out. Nobody dying so far. This has been a prolonged team fight. Kiki, though, is going to get caught off guard. HP dropping dangerously low. Hurricane Dance is going to be committed onto Deep. A lot of pressure there. Kami's going to be able to spray down Deep there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Maximum charge has to be committed there.
Flickers in for the wild charge. Wasn't to go for the setup of the rockets right there. That was close enough. Jumps in. Saksa dancing all around the terrain, looking for a prior target, but all the teams bailing out. Yasuo, Ignite Esports. This is the power of the split push right now.
Nice call for D to go for the blade armor just to deflect a lot of damage there. Turtle secured by Ignite Esports. They are going to be pushing in. Gorgeous Barrier is going to be committed onto Unseen so that he doesn't walk back easily. But Ignite Esports is going to be disengaging here. That's going to be another turret destroyed there. Tier 1 turret, and the bottom lane is out. Opens up the turret.
You need someone who's going to peel for the Farsa or is going to set up for the eject. So they need to rotate. That Jawhead puts a lot of pressure, and Yasuo just going for those free split push. But right now, Feather Airstrike going up against Unseen. Deep playing with fire, looking for this target, but Saksa is around, puts the critical all around with those damage dealers. Goes for the Tempest of the Blades. Really good stuff. Jumping all around with Pink Fluffy Bunny for the backup, but Yasuo is there for the flank. Here comes the airstrike. Kiki might be the next target. Escanor goes for the flicker to save himself, but tower is down onto the top side. Gosu needs to go in.
To be honest, that was a defensive Tempest of Blades. That should not have been used defensively there. If anything, the Tempest of Blades could have been used in the backlines instead of just escaping the side of Gosu. But I kind of get what they're doing. Saksa just trying to not be behind in this fight because, you know, even though Ignite Esports is ahead, they don't want to give Gosu the chance to just rubber band back into the game here.
Yep, and they need to be more cautious, but right now they know where Farsa is. Basic canceled, the airstrike moves all around, puts the guardian barrier, unseen, being trapped inside, energy transformation, lacking, no damage at all. D playing with fire, Isan as well, but here comes Basha, rolling all around, waiting for those targets as Kiki, waiting for a big hurricane dance, setting up for a bit. Deep, front of the face, not really entirely going in, but no.
Bottom lane though. 1-for-1 trade over to the bottom lane, but over to the mid lane though.
Whoa!
Yasuo is going to be starting with the split push. He does have the blade of swear, so this turret go that quickly. Deep is not going to be able to save that turret because that turret actually survives. Hurricane Dance is going to be used defensively against Deep going in for the push onto Kiki. Kiki gets stunned. Deep still going in for the chase. Unseen in the back lines as well.
And Unseen jumping in. Yasuo, he knows he's still there. But the turtle has been slain, of course, into the hands of Ignite Esports. Another one. They are playing with fire. They are baiting everyone into the eyes of those tanks, being the distraction from top to bottom. They are making plays and they are not losing any more of those exchange.
It's
really good play from Yasuo.
This is a completely different Ignite Esports.
Yeah, and they are the ones who's pulling the trigger. Really good adapt into the situation. And Saksa, even though he's confident with all of those damage, he's not entirely being careless with all of those skills. He's poising those threat because if he's alive, even though he's not showing up, he is putting a lot of pressure into the minds of Gosu, and we are going in, going hard as Deep being pushed away, and this is the dance of the blade into the Tempest all around, picking up the swords, cooldown reduction, but here's the 4-man backup.
This might be the turnaround that Gosu needs. Securing the kill onto Kiki might be something there, but that is somebody getting taken out with that Way of the Dragon. Unseen has been seen. Deep's going to go down as well. It is a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Ignite Esports. They are going to try to apply a lot of pressure here. Top lane is going to be pushed by Gosu just to even out the equilibrium here. But that is going to be an easy turret down because Isan just has to swing once on the turret.
Oh my goodness, and that's the tower. Wild charge into the flicker. The power of Ignite Esports, the split.
The split pushing that Ignite Esports has. They're going to maximize this. They're down to just 2 more turns before they can practically call it a GG, to be completely honest. But Gosu can still hang on to this fight. They're not doing
they need
bad.
to look for those big team fights.
Yeah, big team fights are what they need, but they don't have a lot of initiative.
Yeah, and at the same time, they don't have any solid follow-ups because the damage is a bit lacking compared to Game 1. And right now, you can see Isan just playing with fire, not entirely being afraid of what they can do to him.
Well,
but the wild charge,
maximum charge
connects,
and the Rondo, and the Rhapsody, I mean.
Yeah. I was expecting for the Death Sonata there, but of course, Saksa isn't going
Tempest
to let
Blades!
it have it. The answer, into the Blades, picking one after another, and Unseen being played here with all of the bullets coming in from that Kimi.
Kiki in the backside.
Kiki playing with the mind games, just stopping that airstrike.
Does have the Hurricane Dance, goes for a 2-man Hurricane Dance on towards Kimi. He's going to be paying the price there, but Kimi dishes out a lot of damage.
Immortality?
Kiki still survives that. Immortality is clutch.
Oh, fair airstrike once again. Yasuo baiting a basic K, dude. Stop that. Don't cast anymore, but I'm not going to kick you into the face because, you know, just baiting out the guy. Here we go. This might be another last tower into the hands of Ignite Esports. I mean, Gosu as Ignite Esports with a siege.
Sieging up as much as they can. The Lord is pushing the top lane. Unseen going to try to clear out the minions, but Sakuragi is there to stop any attempts. Bottom lane turret is going to go down. It's all down to the wire here for Gosu. They need to win this team fight. Potential team game-winning fight here for Ignite Esports as well.
Whoa!
In the backlines, Kiki going to go for the Hurricane Dance, but Saksa as well with the Tempest and Blades.
That was a bad delivery coming in from Escanor, but they are going in inside the base and they're disrespecting everyone, but the damage is real as the answer of Gosu.
Yasuo
Going
for the Blades,
flash,
almost.
But
But Saksa can actually do it.
Oh, yes,
Yes, actually,
indeed.
they do.
The Minions. It's the Minions. The card right there seals the deal. 2-1 in favor of Ignite. Second casualty of Minions.
Clear the minions, guys. That's something you have to go for. But that is a very impressive game from Ignite.
Yeah, even in Gosu.
Even on Gosu too. It was very commendable just so that they were not giving up. They
Yeah.
were giving it their all, and just like what happened to Signal Ultra is just they got so caught up in the moment that they forgot about the minions.
Yeah. And you gotta respect Ignite. There's a reason why they are hailed the champs of a different big tournament. Took down BSB. BSB took down the doggy stack. It means that these guys are really big and they understand how well everything goes. And Gosu, yes, they have the experience, but they're a bit lacking in terms of the synergy, or they didn't really understand the factor of how well Ignite Esports goes for those split push. So I'm not sure. You can clearly see how aggressive everyone is. It was Saksa playing that link. He's really playing it safely. Once he knows that he can do something about that, he's just going to leave.
Yeah, and Saksa is playing it smart on that lane because Ling is, as we all know, is one slippery hero. But it was all down to the wire. That Tempest Blades at the end just bringing down a lot of HPs. Just grabbing a lot of
Yasuo
attention
right
to
there.
them. While Yasuo was trying to push the side lanes. But that, where
That
did
last minion right there.
the last
Beside
minion? Oh, the
Pasha.
cannon minion, yeah. That
Yeah,
was the
and,
cannon minion.
and I
that
told
blew
you,
me.
Ignite Esports, I really wanted to highlight the one you told us that play on your strengths. They were able to play on your strengths. At the early game, it was Yasuo who's low-key split pushing. Kimi and Saksa just blocking the path wherein you can respond to what Yasuo is doing. They changed the pace of the game. We're the ones who's going to bank on to those turtles. 15 to 20 seconds. They are all around. They might start a fight before 30 seconds because they want to burn the resources. Once they respond, they're going to play into their strengths again. Yasuo is going to be present, but after that, going for the split.
Going for the split is the game changer there.
Yep.
That's basically it. But that is going to be it. Ignite Esports is going to be facing Next Play Predator in the upper brackets here, while Gosu is going to face Signal Ultra in the lower brackets. Something that is very hard to swallow for Signal Ultra, but it's still doable. A gauntlet is what Signal Ultra needs to win.
Yes, and remember, this is a slot for a slot, and you got to show that you're deserving.
And deserving is what we're going to be finding out later on as we continue the Group A close qualifiers here. Once again, we would like to just take this moment to thank our sponsor real quick. Of course, our presenting sponsor, Smart, and our official sponsor, Realme.
And organized by Moontoon.
And that has been Ignite Esports versus Gosu 2-1 in favor of Ignite Esports. I'm Nomad.
I'm Osiris, and we'll be right back.
Hi, nice to see you again. This week, Mobile Legends team returns with a new hero. Let's meet Cecilion, the Embrace of Night. As Carmilla's lover, Cecilion is eager to blend in with human society, despite his identity as a blood demon. With his graceful paces, this powerful mage, Cecilion can easily take everything in control. When fully unleashing his power of Blood Demon, Cecilion is able to destroy any enemy brave enough to challenge him. Unique skill, Moonlit Waltz. When Carmilla is nearby, Cecilion can transform her into a vermeil shadow attached to him, shielding him from damage. Carmilla can also choose an appropriate position to detach and dash into the crowd. When she jumps out, she will obtain a shield herself and slow the enemies down around her. This skill will be granted to Cecilion as an extra bonus when he fights alongside with his lover, Carmilla. This skill can also help Carmilla to escape from the danger or dash into the crowd. First skill, Bat Impact. Cecilion unleashes a giant bat forward, dealing damage to enemies along the path. After landing, the bat will attack again, dealing damage again. Meanwhile, Cecilion's movement speed increases when this skill is cast. This skill can be used continuously within a short period. Each time the mana consumed will be doubled. Use this skill correctly to increase Cecilion's movement speed. Proper use will allow him to escape or chase after enemies more easily. Second skill, Sanguine Claws. Cecilion summons a pair of claws in a designated direction. The claws will drag enemies along the path towards the center, immobilizing them while dealing damage. This skill can generate powerful crowd control effects. Combined with his first skill, Cecilion can deal massive damage with a proper skill combo. Ultimate, Bat's Feast. Cecilion fully releases his power of Blood Demon and increases his movement speed. His released power will continuously attack enemies, slowing them down and dealing damage to them. The power of Blood...
2-0 and 2-1. Those were the score lines of the matches that led us to this moment that we have. Next Play Predator going up against Ignite Esports, and of course this is for the final slot in the qualifiers, in the finals.
Yeah.
Qualifiers, yeah. But this is a Mobile Legends Pac-Man Professional League Season 5, and we're going to be your casters. I am Nomad, and I'm with Reptar. How do you feel after that game from Ignite and Gosu, where it was a pretty close fight during the third game?
Yeah, Gosu pretty much made a statement. These are two teams that a lot of people were really looking out for. There was a lot of hype around them. A lot of people anticipated their performances. I really like that it went 2-1 because it shows that these wild card dark horses, they are here to show up. But we'll see how well Ignite can do against Next Play here, who had a pretty, somewhat dominant game against Signal Ultra Warriors.
Yeah, and Signal Ultra Warriors, of course, will be going up against Gosu later on in the lower brackets. But that's going to be a completely different story as we see our counterparts in the Philippine industry. Magically big.
I just love how I'm in the same place as Butters, I think. So it's like, we evolved.
We just level up. Just like what our team theme is right now. But yeah, Gosu is going up against Signal Ultra, and I actually feel sorry for Gosu at this point because this is going to be a Signal Ultra that is hungry to get back into the qualifiers, into the regular season, and they are not going to be letting up here. What do you think later on is going to be the game plan for Signal Ultra? How do you think are they going to be bouncing back after that loss from Next Play Predator?
Well, I was actually outside with Signal Ultra Warriors in the viewing area while they were watching the game of Gosu, and you could really like see it in their eyes how well they were scouting everything. Now, I wasn't able to pick stuff up because, you know, they were really just whispering to one another. But I believe that Signal Ultra Warriors have to be... They tried to be aggressive earlier, but it didn't work out for them. I feel like they could try to play it at a bit of a slower pace this time around. Because when you play at a slower pace and you show that your opponents that, oh, we're getting the objectives, we're laning well, that forces your enemies to slow down as well. Because if they go too fast, they're missing out on laning while they're going around to roam. So reset the tempo by just bringing it in, play a bit more conservatively, but then don't be afraid to bounce.
Just like what the meta is for the past couple of seasons, whoever dictates the tempo dictates the game, and they have to be the conductors here. But speaking of conductors, Ignite Esports is going to try to conduct an experiment here, going up against Next Play Predator.
Yeah, Next Play Predator and Ignite Esports. I actually got to see them go against one another in another tournament, and Ignite put up quite a hell of a fight against Next Play Predator. That game went to 3 series, but in the second game, Ignite learned from their mistakes and just completely ran over Next Play. I won't be surprised if we see that again. This might be another series that goes on to Game 3, but then you have to consider Next Play has been watching. Ignite just came from a game. Next Play has been scouting them. They've been watching. They're a bit fresher. They're a bit more relaxed, but maybe that balances out with Ignite still having that adrenaline rush from the last game.
Yeah, momentum is going to be a huge factor here, but at the same time, again, these teams have been at it since Wednesday, where the open qualifiers started. So fatigue is also going to be another one factor. You can have the momentum, all the momentum in the world, but if you're tired mentally and physically, you won't be performing to your top level. And I think that's what Next Play has, having that hour or so rest in between games. But let's go back. Let's go into the meta here, though. Ignite Esports has been going for the split push meta. They did not go for the Masha that they were familiar with, but instead went for a Cho Saksa securing the lane in order for them to just distract a lot of the members here from Gosu. And Next Play Predator was playing a bit of the team fight centric here, getting the Hyret, getting the Grok, consistently getting the Grok actually in both games against Signal Ultra. Do you think that these teams are going to be playing the same gameplay where they're either going to be going for the team fights or split pushes, or are they going to be changing things up because these teams have been watching each other?
Well, for Ignite Esports, that split pushing really is one of their strengths. I believe it was Yasuo who is their main fighter. Yeah, Yasuo, that's his job. Like, all the times I've seen him in smaller tournaments to the last big tournament that they won, they really rely a lot on Yasuo's split pushing. But then the question is, how can you respond to that? Because Yasuo does the job so well that teams, even if they try to adjust it, sort of messes them up a little bit. So I won't be surprised if Ignite continues the split push, but I know that Next Play, seeing all of that, has something prepared. What it is, I'm really excited to see, but I don't know. We really just gotta wait and see.
I mean, basically, anybody that can just stop a split push from happening, if they can force out team fights away from
Ignite.
away from Ignite, that that can be something that Next Play Predator can go for, because that has been the weakness that Next Play Predator showed during game 1, wherein they were trying to go for the split push, but Gosu were just able to just capitalize on the fact that they were being a bit too greedy, not able to secure objectives, and basically Gosu just secured the tempo against against Ignite during game number 1. If that's something that Next Play Predator can do, they can just steamroll their way towards and secure a 2-0 victory. But I'm not going to be discounting Ignite Esports. I feel like there is going to be a couple of things up their sleeves. But speaking of up their sleeves, there might be a bit of hearts shown on the sleeves here from our viewers here, of course, because we got a special 2020 Valentine's reward for you guys.
You can see it there. You get 1 guaranteed epic skin if you buy per 5 epic boxes that you get, and you get 1 guaranteed special or elite skin per 5 elite boxes. So it's just 5, and then guaranteed you get 1. But then there's also a chance that you get something from those 5, so you never know.
You'll never know, and this is going to be up until the 23rd of February. So if you did not celebrate Valentine's Day, or if you don't have anyone to celebrate Valentine's Day with, you can just treat yourself with some love, because self-love is more important than love from other.
No, it's okay. It'll be fine, man.
It is
Don't
completely
worry.
fine, because right now it is an intense fight, close qualifiers. This is going to be determining one of the teams that are going into the regular season. But we are going to be going to the draft in just a bit. But real quick, if Ignite Esports or Next Play Predator goes into the regular season, how do you think are they going to be faring well against the other regular season teams?
Next Play, I feel like they're already used to it. They have faced the other regular season team in other tournaments. So has Ignite. But Next Play, I feel like will be a bit more comfortable. Ignite, though, it'll be every game for them will be like to prove themselves. So that might affect them mentally. But here in the draft, we got Farsa banned by Next Play and Ignite banning out the Harith.
That is a bit of a respect ban here for the Farsa Harith as well.
Your team
is a respect ban. Just a couple of respect altogether. Next Play Predator is going to be banning out Grok. Uranus
Your team
is going to be blocked,
picking.
banned. I mean,
By Ignite.
By Ignite Esports. And the first set of picks is going to be dictating the tempo here for Next Play Predator and Ignite Esports. They're already going to be showing their cards at this stage.
Selena.
And you can
Your
really see
team
the
is
respect coming in from
picking.
Ignite Esports banning out the Uranus, because Next Play was able to execute with the Uranus very well. Even though at this point it's been a while, I'm pretty sure a lot of the viewers right now were still a bit reeling, like, whoa, where did Uranus come from? It's like being used effectively. But now they are banning it out just to show that respect. Selena being the first pick here by Next Play Predator. What do you think this means for what they're going to play?
A lot of roaming. Abyssal Arrow and Abyssal Traps just laid in the right spots
Jawhead.
will just catch anybody
Your
off guard.
team
And
is
if Selena just builds right, she can just one-hit anybody.
Carry.
A Jawhead and a Thumbs being picked up there by Ignite Esports, as well as a Diggy
Your
and a
team
Carry.
is
And
picking.
this is going to be Next Play Predator playing aggressive, especially with that Diggy just going to try to protect Carry and Selena as much as possible with the time journey.
And if I am Ignite Esports right now, I'd be a bit worried, because we saw how crazy Demon Cutie can get and how Lance has a really good feel for when to pop off Time's Journey
Your
at the right
team is
time
banning.
so as to maximize its use and not leave your team open after you pop it. Because sometimes the problems with some Diggies is that they pop it off too early because they see all the CC coming in, but then they miss one really crucial one, which is usually a gank from backline diver from another team. Lance has been ace with the Time's Journey timing right now, and if I'm Ignite, they're really going to have to show some grade A communication and timing just to get around that.
Yeah, whatever
Your
the
team is
assassin here for Ignite Esports is it has to be somebody that can isolate Selena, isolate Carry, especially in the early game. They need to have that early game advantage on that assassin. Kimmy Bando from Next Play Predator is going to be rounding out just limiting the resources that Ignite Esports has in terms of damage dealers here.
Yeah, and also if you were looking at Ignite Esports lineup with just these 3 right now, you'd be worried and start thinking that they might go aggressive because with the Jawhead and the Toms, if you put the Kimmy in there along with the Granger, that is an early game, I call it a early game speedball lineup. But
Valir!
There we go.
That's not necessarily going to be the assassin that they need, but the mage that they want, because that's going to be pushing a lot of people back and dishing out a lot of damage, especially if that is a mage-type Valir, which is just completely brutal. But a Carmilla and a Lilia potentially being hovered here, but instead they're going to be swatching out for the next board. They need one solid tank.
I feel like either pick would be good here. But if the X-Borg would be a little bit too risky, so Carmilla is the safer route. X-Borg does provide a bit of that spacing and damage they need, but they go against it because that can just be, the space that the Valir can provide can just annoy them with the X-Borg. And we see our first Hayabusa of the day.
That's the assassin that they need. But, of course, it's going to be on to Kiki. Oh, no.
Oh, Kiki changed out. It's going to be Sakuragi.
Yeah, it's going to be Yasuo.
Yeah.
Sakuragi on that Granger. And it's now Ignite Esports playing to their strengths as well. Again, they're going to go for the split push meta here with that Hayabusa. But at the same time, Hayabusa can just go into the backlines and dish out a lot of damage and just focus out the carry, focus out the Selena. Things that they want to happen in the early game. But as soon as the game progresses, Selena and carry, they're going to be a big problem.
Yeah, Ignite has to take control of the game very early on. That doesn't mean that if they take control of the game, next play won't be able to come back, but it gives them that little bit of edge from the beginning, especially when they get to the mid to late portion of the game. They're going to be really happy that they dictated the tempo that early on.
And who do you think is going to be dictating the tempo here for the game number 1?
I feel like it's going to be next play trying to go a little bit more aggressive here because they do have the Selena early on. With the ability advantage, you want to make the most out of that. Ignite being the split pushers that they are going to play this a little bit slowly, try to draw next play to certain areas, and then go for the split.
And this is game number 1 between Next Play Predator and Ignite Esports. As game number 1, a bit of a scuffle in the mid lane. Nothing major though. Kiki in the back lines going to try to outpush everybody out there and try to deny them from securing the buff for Hayabusa. But let's not...
you can really see the importance that these teams are putting on the objectives here in the jungle. Especially, they had like a 3 versus 2 scuffle here. They dished out a lot of skills just to take out the Litho Wonder. And next play, I believe if I'm not mistaken, they were able to get the first one as well. So they get to secure 2 Litho Wonders. Yes, it heals you, but it also gives you the gold.
And gold is what makes the world go round in the world of Mobile Legends, because that is what provides you with items.
That is
Speaking
true.
of items, sorry, I'm thin. Forces out the flicker onto Ison. That's going to be the first blood on to Sakuragi.
Granger going down, but then also Diggy going down off screen. That is a kill on Lancy by Kiki. And it looks like it's going to be Kiki with the support emblem here. So we're not getting the hardcore mage Valir here, more of a support just to provide space. Oh, but the Abyssal Arrow lands on Hayabusa, and they make the most out of it. Next play, getting that kill.
That is exactly why you need to watch out for Selena, and sometimes, for that matter, just ban out Selena altogether. Shinbu, you will be one happy scout here.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Selena's back.
Selena is back.
That is the we should never impersonate Shinbu ever again because that was pretty not good. That we could have done better.
Could have done better, but this could have been. This is going to be an easy take. Yasuo taking out a lot of damage. And Lilia is going to be forced to use out the ultimate. Yasuo dangerously low. Demon Cutie not connecting with the pinwheels, but they're going to be backing off. But while that's happening over the top lane, Selena's going to go down as well as a siege here on the top lane. Ison and the rest of Ignite Esports in the top lane will be disengaging, instead securing the spot there near the turtle because the turtle is going to be up in about 30 seconds.
Yep, 25 seconds until the turtle. And as I did mention, next play playing aggressively more from the start, but Ignite is responding doing really well. A bit of a small gold lead here by Next Play Predator, but not so much that Ignite has to worry. They still have a pretty good control of the map. They just really have to be more careful here, which they are doing really well. Next Play has to be the one who's more careful here with their aggression.
Ignite Esports is not doing what they did during their match against Gosu, where they tried to secure the tier 1 turret as fast as they can. They're respecting Next Play Predator here because they know that if they mess up here, they will be moved to the lower brackets once again, and they don't want that to happen.
Another Litho Wonder going there over the side of Next Play Predator, and judging just from that, you can tell that they really have a slightly better control of the jungle and the objectives, especially around the mid lane area. Oh, there goes Eson. Can he get away? Yes, he does, but he had to force use the flicker.
And that's the turtle going to be forfeited unless Eson just jumps in.
He should.
No sights. No sights available. They're going to be sieging the bottom lane instead. Kiki, do you love me? He's going to go away. Yasuo going to go for the time journey. A very, very timely time journey, if you ask me.
He needed that, but Lancey almost going down. Yasuo not afraid to play a bit more aggressive here. They're going to be going after the crab. And another objective for Next Play Predator. That's been the story for Next Play right now. It's still pretty even in lane control, but when it comes to the jungling, getting those objectives, it's Next Play.
That is Raptor Machete being picked up by Sakuragi as well. He's going to be a bit of a problem, not as much though, but this tier 1 turret is not going to be a problem any longer for Next Play Predator because it is going to go down. Carry just dishing out a lot of damage. HP is dropping down on Eson. Thumbs is going to be forced to use out the ultimate just to dish out just a couple more damage there, but it's not enough. He's still not a threat here for Ignite Esports, for Next Play Predator.
Yeah, and Ignite, they are keeping their composure though. They're not being too careless here, but Kiki has to be a bit more careful because Michikos is right there. Just providing the space is Marksu, but here comes Yasuo trying to go after Lancey. Will he be able to go in? Time's journey has been popped. Marksu just able to position himself well enough to avoid the frontliners of Ignite Esports from diving in. Demon Cutie able to hold on to the top lane against the Jawhead.
And Demon Cutie just really has to keep his pace, just try to farm up as much as he can, because as soon as we hit the 10-minute mark, that is when carry is going to be a problem, and that's what Demon Cutie wants to happen. Just like what happened to Ignite Esports against Gosu, when they did not take notice on the Bruno. They just farmed up.
Yep, and I like how Jawhead also knows that very well. We saw Jawhead Saxa try to go for an engage or maybe just a bit of a harass in the mid lane, and he realized he was taking too much time there, so he went to the top. But now it looks like that turret goes down to Demon Cutie, which frees up the roaming. Eson has to be careful here. Abyssal Arrow will miss. Sorry, Thin is really low. Michiko's getting really low. He gets stunned.
And that's going to be the follow-through by Ignite Esports. Saxa going to try to dive in, but he's going to be able to back out. Eson will be able to take out Selena. Not much of a problem there, but he is now going to be in danger because that's going to be the flicker by Demon Cutie. Demon Cutie almost takes out Eson. Eson going to go down. The fade away, walk away.
Fade away, walk away, but landing flat on his back because it just wasn't enough. Great timing there by the pull from the mines of the Diggy. That actually saved, I believe that was Michikos, who was stunned, and then you just saw the Jawhead was about to dive in, but was pulled back just in time. Meanwhile, Yasuo here in the bottom lane is going to be able to take down that turret. They can roam a lot more. Even playing field, someone... Oh no, it's just actually one turret taken down by Ignite. Next Play has to lead by 2.
Not something that Ignite wants, but Hayabusa will start to become a problem as we reach the 8-minute mark. Should be a problem as soon as we reach the 8-minute mark. Durant's going to be picked up by Lancey.
Oh no, he's in a dangerous spot here. Lancey is getting really low. He gets taken down by the Valor.
Valor is one of the underrated mages there because the sheer amount of power injected away from escaping reality.
Get on out of here, says the Jawhead. Saxa, wonderfully timed, taking out Sorry, I'm Thin, and it's just 1-3-1 for the Selena, kind of missing some key arrows, but Kiki getting so much damage from Demon Cutie. Demon Cutie just telling him, you're lucky you got away.
And I'm at a loss for words how Next Play is playing this really well. Eson, next target. And this boils down to Ignite Esports not giving Demon Cutie the proper amount of respect. Just letting Demon Cutie roam around the map to secure a lot of gold, secure a lot of items.
Yeah, and how the tempo has been going is that Jawhead left the top lane a lot more just to help out. Oh no, but wait, Lancey pops off Time Journey just to get away. Was getting hit by Death Rhapsody by the Death Sonata. Death Sonata makes that up, but Lancey here will be fine. And as I was saying, Jawhead left the top lane a little bit too much. There's Demon Cutie making the most out of that with a lot of farm. 3-0 and 0. Next play, Predator, good thing they're getting this performance from their carry because Sorry I'm Thin is missing some key arrows here and starting to fall off a bit, and the turtle looks like it's going to be taken by Next Play Predator.
I like how the small detail. Carmilla was cutting out the minions from Hayabusa in the bottom lane in the tier 2 turret. That's how you should be playing against a Hayabusa. Cut out the minions so that he doesn't have any ability to push. And because of that, Ignite Esports is forced to fight in a 4v5 while Eason, dangerously close to dying, manages to survive barely. But this tier 1 turret, tier 2 turret is about to go down.
Good thing he was able to get away there. I think that was a bit of a miscommunication from Ignite or from maybe a bit of a misplay. But Yasuo gets hit. Will he be able to get pulled? Yes, he will. Can he get out? He uses the ult just to try to engage some damage, but no! Lilia taking down the Hayabusa.
This is a Hayabusa that has that's having a hard time just securing his #1 game plan, which is a split push.
Yeah, Mark Su in dangerous situation here. Oh, ejected to the back. Mark Su, can he survive the lifesteal, keeping him up, but he's just getting chased down. Sakuragi gets the kill.
Yeah, Abyssal Arrow did not connect. If it connected onto Eason, could have been a completely different story there. And Blade of Despair finally being picked up by Sakuragi. Kiki!
Out.
Do you love me? That hurts! Abyssal Arrow!
Good block.
Secured by Eason. They're going to be backing off now.
Oh, another great block there from Next Play Predator.
There goes the Golden Staff.
From Ignite. Golden Staff now.
Demon Cutie can now practically erase anybody at this point.
He needs a little bit more help though. This Selena has to do just a little bit better, but I would agree with you. Carry is going to be more than enough. I feel like the reason why Yasuo is having a hard time here because he's used to playing more of the fighter split pushers. Meanwhile, the turret goes down here, taken down by Carry. Ignite wasn't able to defend. As I was saying, Yasuo is used to playing a bit more of the fighter split pusher, so maybe the bit of that mentality, he's not as tanky as he would be if he was a fighter, is what's messing with him a little bit.
If it were a Masha, it could have been a different story. I mean, Masha got semi-buffed in the latest fashion.
Yeah, a little bit more health.
A little bit more HP means he can just last longer in individual team fights or securing objectives for that matter.
And that is one of the key heroes here for Yasuo. Oh no, Eason gets caught out. He's getting really low, but he gets to survive. Oh no, that's a kill for the Lilia. This time it's Saksa. Will he be able to get away? He uses Flicker, but the Abyssal Arrow misses again, but it was so close.
So close. Yasuo is going to be aiming for a steal here, but he just gives away his location. Instead, he's going to be backing off. Not worth it. Not worth it to steal this level 1 Lord. Better
to be safe than sorry. Granger has to be careful here, though. When that Lord gets taken down, Granger, of course, from the mid lane, getting away. Good read there. Next Play Predator with the advantage.
The Lord is going to be making his way over to the bottom lane, so this is going to be the proper opportunity for Next Play to just apply a lot more pressure in the mid lane and the top lane, especially the top lane. They should start swinging the minion equilibrium and get the lane priority.
Let's see what will happen here. It seems like Next Play is just positioning themselves away from the Lord, actually.
They're not going to be walking with the Lord.
They're not going to be walking with it. Applying pressure in the middle lane. Eason gets caught out again. He uses Flicker just to get out. Sakuragi dealing a lot of damage. Deaths are not a hit. Mark Su in a dangerous spot, but Michiko's getting a bit of a threat here from Yasuo over there on the side. They get that buff. Next Play Predator, that's a small advantage that they need. Oh, the Abyssal Arrow lands! Oh, they dive in! Yasuo deleted!
But Eason gets deleted as well. Saksa gets deleted! That's just multiple bodies falling down on side of Ignite Esports. It is now down to a 2v5 here. Bottom lane is going to be pushed out by the Lord. Mid lane is going to be easily taken care of by this 5-man push by Next Play Predator. Bottom lane and mid lane is going to be sieged up. Ignite Esports is now barely holding on. Kiki, do you love me? That's not going to be the case. He's going to be deleted. Sakuragi on his own. And this is Next Play Predator just pushing forwards.
And it's going to be really difficult for them. It's just Sakuragi. 5 seconds until Eason comes back. Will Sakuragi be able to hold? The Lord is knocking on the base and looks like it is going to be enough for Next Play Predator to take game number 1.
one more game, and they're going to be making their way over to the upper bracket finals. And that's something that Next Play Predator really wants to happen here. The momentum has been taken away from Ignite Esports as well.
Yeah, they are. Now it's Next Play Predator with all the momentum in the world. Rested, scouted, and now Next Play taking game number 1. But Ignite Esports, as we mentioned, they have been in this position before. They are one of those teams that they are almost there, right there, really close to be on par with the top of the top. But it really shows that when they find themselves in this situation, they can recover. So I won't be surprised if Ignite gets game 2 here. But Next Play had a really scary game.
They're saying that Michikos is the MVP with 404. I personally disagree. It's Demon Cutie just maximizing all the space that was given to him in order for him to just farm up and become a threat. That was the exact moment when Demon Cutie started becoming a threat. And was able to just delete anybody. And that is what you should be going, what you shouldn't be doing against a carry. Making sure that the carry does not have farm, does not have enough space to just build up the economy. Something that Ignite Esports did not do.
Yeah, props though on Next Play Predator for being able to pull the attention away of Ignite well enough that Jawhead really felt like he needed to leave the lane just to help out. But it seemed like every time he would show up, Next Play would go back, and then immediately Jawhead would regret it like, oh no, I left carry to farm again. But we talked a lot about Soryamtin and his Selena missing a lot of key arrows, but he landed the arrow that changed it all at the end.
Yeah, all the arrow. I mean, it's a pretty decent arrow to hit ratio, but it's still pretty. It's still crucial. The crucial arrows are what matters here. It doesn't matter if you miss a lot of arrows. Shimbu. And Michikos is going to be our MVP 4-0-4. I called it. The game called it. But it's still going to be the carry for me, though.
Yeah, because Carry didn't spend a lot of time in team fights because Carry was really just focusing. Demon Cutie knew the job that he had to do, and he did that job better than Yasuo did for Ignite. If I were Yasuo right now, I feel like go back to your comforts, pick your fighter side laner. Because it seems like in terms of how he's playing, I could tell a bit from like the movement, like the language of his movements, that he's more used to playing it as a fighter. So we might actually finally see Yasuo's Masha come up.
And Masha is something I'm looking forward to. And will they Masha some potatoes here in terms of a next play? That's something we need to find out.
Yeah, I am really trying so hard to come up with a equally good quip to that, but I just can't. Masha the potatoes.
Masha the patatas.
Masha the patatas. Okay, but I don't think Next Play is gonna start potating here. You know. Are you okay?
Yeah, they're gonna be. And if anything, Next Play is starting to be the praise here. I think that Esport is the predator in this matchup, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
I mean, their soul's being ignited right now.
Oh, you're on fire. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. You're on fire right now.
They're really looking for the things to just push them forward. The kindle,
the spark,
the spark that Ignite Esports is. They already have.
You're doing fine. We're doing fine here. How are you doing at home? Hopefully you enjoyed that first game between Next Play Predator and Ignite Esports. We sure did. But now let's go back into it. What can Ignite Esports do, or what can they improve on from their last game to secure this game to win?
Masha.
You really want to see the Masha here.
Masha is a crucial point. An arrival Masha with unbending will. That is a pristine Masha there. Because as soon as Masha gets the Golden Staff or a Demon Hunter Sword, or not even the Golden Staff, just change it into a...
Circus Fury? Windtalker maybe?
Windtalker.
Yeah.
Just change that up. He's going to be a completely different problem. Where Masha Arrival can just respond to any team fights, can start applying a lot of pressure in a different spot of the map, and especially considering the fact that Arrival takes around 25 to 30 seconds before it comes out of cooldown. That's a lot of map pressure. And the way that Yasuo has been playing the split pusher, Masha really fits his playstyle. That's something I want to see here from Ignite Esports. That's the only thing that they can do to come back into this.
But that puts them in a really tough spot because I'm pretty sure all other teams that have scouted Ignite Esports knows about that Masha from Yasuo. If they bring that out, you're sure as hell gonna see a lot of counters coming in from Next Play, knowing we finally made you bring that out. We're gonna counter it. It is gonna be up to Ignite if they do decide to bring out that Masha. They have to get more CC heavy heroes and something that could really just apply a lot of pressure in other lanes because they need to let Yasuo go to work.
That is exactly what's on my mind. If you're going to be putting out a Masha, you can apply this in your RGs. If you're going to be pushing out a Masha, make sure that the 4 other people in your team can sustain a 4v5 team fight. That's why the pre-rework Belleric comes into mind.
Ooh,
getting either a Grok or a Kufra and put a Kimmy or a Granger on top of that, just leave Masha alone. Masha's going to be able to just push anywhere. And if you need help, if you need more DPS, that's when Masha's going to come in. But that 4-man composition is more than enough to sustain a 4v5 fight. That's something Ignite Esports can go for. Could be something that Next Play Predator can be going for as well to just counter out whatever Masha can do. But essentially, a composition that can fight off against 5 men, that's something that Ignite Esports has in their sleeves.
It's so easy to talk about it, but once we get into the draft, it's gonna be so difficult because it's gonna be. If Ignite do want to pull that off, they're gonna need a really good tank, and the tanks have been getting banned left and right here today. If they want to pull this off, Ignite might have to give up banning the Uranus, which I feel like would make it difficult now for the Masha to do what they need to do. And actually, we're already here in the draft. The first bans out. Next Play banning out Farsa and the Grok. Meanwhile, Ignite banning out Selena and Harith.
Valier is going to be the first ban here. First pick, I mean, by Next Play Predator. Ignite Esports, they need to really show their cards here.
I feel like Next Play showing the Valier is sort of them warning Ignite that if you want to pick out that Masha, we're going to have that Valier go to just whatever lane Masha's in and just keep him at bay. But it looks like they're not going for the Masha because Ignite picks up the Cho, and this time they get the Lilia.
And that's going to be a Yasuo Cho, if anything.
Yeah. That's what worked out for Yasuo throughout the day. But this is what's terrifying. Once again, Demon Cutie, given that carry, and you mentioned Belleric, we might see it get picked out here by Next Play.
That's it. Yeah, they're going to go for a Diggy. That's going to be a Mage of Valor, going to be protected by Diggy. Carry is going to be the primary marksman for obvious reasons. It's going to be potentially going to be in the bottom lane.
Granger?
Granger.
Usually it's the Diggy that goes with the marksman, but I agree that I feel like Next Play are going to be playing the carry solo, just like what they did. It worked out really well for them. So they're just going to leave carry alone, help from time to time, but the Diggy you're mostly going to see with the Valier, which will be terrifying because that's going to make the Valier really hard to catch with the pushback and, of course, time's journey from the Diggy if they need it.
Some of the choices that Ignite Esports has here is going to be one reliable tank. Grok is no longer in the equation, so you're going to be left with an Akai, a Lolita, Minotaur, a Jawhead. Once again, a Uranus is going to be banned out here by Ignite Esports. They need to pick up a tank.
If I were Ignite, I would go for the... I might pick up the Kufra, because if you have the Kufra picked up by Next Play, it's going to be hard for Cho to do his thing. So maybe... It might be Kufra or Hylos going to Ignite, but they pick out Kaja first, which opens up the tanks for Next Play.
I don't like this Kaja pick. I mean, Kaja's good. There's no denying that. I mean, it's a hard CC onto one. But you have a Diggy.
And a Valier to push it
and
back.
You have and the return of Esmeralda, ladies and gentlemen. We are finally seeing Esmeralda back into the play. X-Ray Predator is hovering on the Esmeralda.
It sounds like you really missed Esmeralda, man.
And Carmilla. There goes Esmeralda and the Carmilla. Carmilla is going to be locked in. And this is the return of Esmeralda, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a terrifying lineup.
And that is an Aurora being locked in by Ignite Esports.
Whoa. That came completely out of left field. Look at Ignite. Just fist bumping one another. Okay, here's the surprise. Aurora, though, they do realize they don't have a strong sustaining tank, right? Because
Unless it's going to be a tank show.
is that going to be enough though?
It's not enough.
It's not going to be enough. That's going to be a lot of damage and pressure coming in from the side of next play. The moment that Esmeralda and Carmelo pick came out, I was terrified for Ignite Esports.
All right, let's both agree on this. We are both tank players. They don't have big initiates. They're going to be relying on Cho. They're going to be relying on Aurora with the ultimate, and they're going to be relying on Kaja with that single target hard CC. That's the same thing that Cho has. On the flip side, look at Next Play Predator.
Yeah,
They got counters for that, and they got one big walking CC machine on that Valier.
Oh man, Ignite Esports, if they pull off this win, I'm gonna be surprised and very, very happy for them. But let's see what they have up their sleeve. Bringing out the Aurora as their last pick. Sakuragi already getting really low here in the mid.
And Yasuo doing his normal thing and just pushing the top lane turret. I think they're going to try to go for the tier 1 turret pressure, just like what they did there. But, you know, Mark Su is going to keep him at bay. A small scuffle here for the Crab.
Yeah, and this is good what Mark Su's doing. Just don't allow Cho to get that, because you know that throughout the game, Yasuo is just going to be freely farming and pushing. Oh, but trying to get the steal. Did he get it?
Not going to happen.
Oh, not going to happen.
Goes for the G Kundo.
Yep, Mark Su holding on in the top lane. But Sakuragi! From out of nowhere, that kill by Demon Cutie!
RKO.
From out of nowhere, exactly. I think that was a flame shot that landed, and then
Yeah, it was.
just DOT that finally took him out. Michicals getting really low here. They're trying to defend. Oh, in the top lane! Yasuo gets taken down by the Carmilla. Not off to a great start is Next Play Predator here. Oh, I really am still wondering, what are they trying to pull off with this lineup?
I guess they're going to be looking for the proper timing. I mean, yeah, Esmeralda's going to go for the Falling Star Moon. And as soon as she lands, Aurora ultimate catches her off guard. A lot of people at the same time. But at the same time, Lancy is going to be there with the time journey.
Yeah, and Lancy's had some really good timing with the times journey so far throughout the day.
So far. Demon Cutie is frozen.
Oh,
Magus
Kiki getting really low.
And this is a 4-man rotation going into the bottom side. Sakuragi not going to be wanting to be here. He did pop the ultimate, and he is going to go down by the hands of Lancy.
Demon Cutie holding on by dear life, and he is still in the game. Demon Cutie, I thought, got kind of worried for him over there, because it seems like he was just getting a little bit too cocky. I thought that Lily was able to would be able to take him down, but no, Demon Cutie surviving, and once again, Next Play with a great early game against Ignite.
Yeah, so is not much of a threat here against Mark Su. Mark Su is going to be keeping him at bay. Not a lot of pushes here. Surprisingly, nobody is pushing really hard in the 3-minute mark of the game. But Mark Su going in for the fight. We're going to be going on a replay here over to the bottom lane real quick. How they zoned out Sakuragi. Sakuragi really had nowhere to escape there. Good surround all out.
Yeah, and great reactions there by Next Play Predator to go for the 4-man rotate. Oh no, but gets caught out, Lancy. But see, there's the times journey.
But that's a bad thing though. They're forcing out the time journey left and right.
Oh,
I mean, I guess Ignite Esports has the right idea with having multiple single target CCs just to force out the time journey from Lancy and then go in for a big team fight.
Oh yeah.
That might be the game plan here for Ignite Esports.
Cool. Let's see if they'll be able to execute that perfectly. Will they be able to contest this turtle, or at least will they be able to steal it? No, they don't.
No
Esmeralda
steal.
gets it, and they don't get anyone with a Divine Judgment. Kiki here and Sakuragi going up against Demon Cutie, but just feeling it out.
He did commit the Falling Star move for that turtle kill. Good trade for resources there. Demon Cutie will secure a bit more money here. I think they're just waiting for the Falling Star moon to be available. It's now finally available by Michicals, and they are going to try to go into the bottom lane. Michicals just going to be rotating left and right from mid to bottom.
This is the most hardcore conservative laning that we've seen throughout the day, and Sakuragi and
there
Kiki
goes
having a hard time here.
Michiko, Falling Star moon is
good Divine Judgment for the
almost
save.
committed. Yes. This just completely prevented Michiko from completing the Falling Star moon. Good timing. Lancy is overstaying his welcome against Sakuragi. Sakuragi is going to get pulled back, and that's going to be another Falling Star moon being committed. by Michiko, securing that kill. Bottom lane turn is going to be secured, as well as Marksu secured by Saxa.
Ignite Esports turning it around. We thought it was going to be a bad 1v1 trade for Ignite, but this time Ignite getting that kill on Marksu in the middle lane. But they do lose the turret, meaning you're going to have a carry roaming around, and you have to be careful because it is getting to the point where carry's dealing a lot of damage.
Yeah, he's 1-0-1 so far.
And you see Yasuo here just doing Yasuo things, pushing the top lane. It's all chill. I got this.
All chill. Lancey not going to be able to push him back. Speaking of being chill, that's going to be ice hot. I don't know if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm still going for the chase. Falling Star Moon not going to be in range against Yasuo.
Icy hot. That was icy hot. Vichicos able to push back Yasuo, almost putting himself in danger there.
Hey man, it can be too cold that it burns.
Oh yeah, like a
that's
freezer burn.
That's basically what frostbite is.
Oh. You teach me new things every day, no man. Thank you. Meanwhile, there in the turtle pit, looks like it's gonna be uncontested there.
Oh, that's divine judgment! And judgment has been dispensed.
Oh, and the judgment is divine. Coming in from Ison on that Kaja. And it looks like Ignite, their game plan is really showing. They're really just going for pickoffs here. Not forcing a lot of heavy team fights. Ooh.
This might be costly for Next Play Predator.
Sorry, I'm thin. Going down. Ignite Esports showing their hand now. Will Next Play Predator be able to adjust?
Here's the difference between Next Play Predator and Ignite Esports' map control here. Next Play Predator secures more turrets compared to Ignite Esports. I'll go back to that. That's going to be the Flicker Dispense. Kiki
oh my goodness!
is not being loved by Demon Kiri right now, as well as Sakuragi. Sakuragi forces the ultimate. Nobody is there to
save him.
Catch him.
Yeah,
catch him
Sakuragi get away. But did you just realize what happened there? That was a 50% health Aurora taken down to 0 in 2 hits by carry. That was 2 hits. That's crazy. Ignite Esports really has to be careful here.
They really do. And again, you have to respect a carry player. Even if you think that you have control of the game, a carry that just is freely farming across the map will be able to just ruin anybody's day. Yeah. And speaking of ruining everybody's day, Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Mark 2 is going to be taking you down always, and that's going to be the bottom lane going down as well. Tier 2 turret going to go down. This is a four-man pressure here over the bottom lane and the mid lane.
Oh, and this is the problem here with Ignite Esports. They're having a really hard time at this point. It's over-reliance in a single pick-off just to whittle them away. It's difficult, and Ison getting taken down to roughly around 35% health. Really low. Next play, Predator seeing the hand of Ignite and just saying, nah, we're going to make it look easy. But Ignite, I'm pretty sure they're doing everything they can to not make it easy for Next Play.
This is a 4,000 gold lead, though, by Next Play Predator. And they have complete map control.
Oh, no.
The jungle is wide open. Ignite Esports has yet to secure the top lane turret. Top lane tier 1, I mean.
Next Play. What is the next play for them going to this? Are they just going to find that perfect opportunity? Are they going to try to get that pick off? Especially if they get the Falling Star Moon in. Right now, we just see them applying pressure all throughout. Demon QT has been amazing all throughout the day with that carry.
Yeah, 2-0 and 1 on that carry. Really don't want to underestimate that. And you really don't want to underestimate that Divine Judgment on 2. Sorry, I'm thin.
And Ignite Esports. Sorry, not sorry. They get that kill. Look at Isan was just like, okay, flicker in, pull you out, you're gone.
But that is Demon Cutie picking up a golden staff too. So he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, this is the biggest problem for Ignite. The fact that they're relying on staying together because they're relying on their overall team CCs and pick-offs. That's leaving the carry free to just roam. And that's what we're seeing here. Sakuragi, look at that. 2 hits taken down.
The ultimate.
Black Shoes saving the life there. Oh man, that's a lot of damage, but this is a lot of damage on Marksu as well. Will they be able to take down this Carmilla? Oh, now they're on the run. They realize, oh no, here comes the rest of them. There goes Kiki. Yasuo will he be able to get away? And yes, he is, but that is a kill on the Aurora.
Deleted.
What?
Recycle bin, delete. That is exactly what happened to Kiki.
Recycle bin delete. Indeed. On that Aurora.
On that Aurora.
Next play, Predator. They're just controlling this. And this is what's difficult to see from the lineup of Ignite. Once next play has full control, it's going to be so hard for them to make a comeback. And we're seeing that here. Next play has been a bit careless, but we know they're going to be a bit more careful. Esau, no, he'll be fine.
This is going to be a crucial fight for Ignite Esports. They need to win the next team fight in order for them to at least secure 2 more turrets.
Yeah.
Something that they can do, but it's just being prevented by them because next play Predator has been playing it smart. They're just disengaging when they know that they can't pick off one person. Because Ignite Esports' composition right now is a 5-man composition. They cannot split push. They cannot afford to split push here.
Yeah, and looking at the items right now, that Granger is still lagging behind our carry. And
Divine Judgment, Time Journey.
Oh, that was... See, that's what they're just doing. They're just really going for the pickoffs. They're going to be a bit more confident here if they go into a team fight, but they don't want to get caught off by the Falling Star Moon. It looks like Michiko is just preparing its
Falling
blast!
Star Moon is going to be committed. Sakuragi is going to be forced out. Michiko so HP dangerously low. That is going to be Sakuragi going down by the hands of Sorry-Amthin. I guess it's going to be a revenge from what happened earlier on, but Yasuo preparing the Wave of the Dragon onto Marksu. Goes for the Wave of the Dragon on towards the Rhapsody of Saksa there. Perfect timing, but while that's happening, Lord's going to be starting to push over at the top side.
But is this really sustainable for Ignite Esports? They're getting 1 and 2 at a time. Will they be able to get like a full clear? But here comes Demon Cutie with the help of the Lord. All eyes on Demon Cutie right now. Easton's getting really low. He's forced to back. Ooh, Kiki really low. You have to get away now. Saksa gets pulled back and all the damage going on and they're forced to heal and they will go back. Next play, Predator. Just respecting the capabilities of Ignite Esports for the pick-off again. And look at Yasuo. He's just chilling there. Is he just waiting? Oh, he gets caught out. Kicks away Demon Cutie just to keep himself alive there.
This is a song of fire and ice between Valir and Aurora.
Yes. Well said, the song of fire and ice.
Because they've been the crucial turning points in team fights. It's either Aurora gets a massive stun onto a crucial opponent, or Valir just gets the DP as a crucial knockback. But Yasuo is gonna get knocked back. Yes, he gets knocked back home. Yeah. That's gonna be the
Time Journey buff. He's still alive.
That is a 1-for-1 trade. Yep. This is Oh,
and I just realized they didn't play a support Valir. I think they gave him the Impure Age.
That is the Mage Valir.
They just went all out damage. Like even their Diggy went Impure Rage. Yasuo might get caught up again. Falling Star Moon has been committed. Saksa dealing other damage.
Time Journey though.
A lot of damage. Time Journey has been part. Marksu just keeping Demon Cutie safe. Do what you gotta do while staying in the front line.
And they're gonna be applying the pressure here. They're not gonna be letting up anytime soon. Next Wave Predator just trying to get the lane priority in their favor. They already have upgraded minions in the top lane.
And the mid lane.
And not yet.
Not yet, just the top lane.
Just the top lane. They're going to be applying pressure in the mid lane and the bottom lane. As long as they apply pressure onto the top lane, they should have free reign over the Lord.
54 seconds until the Lord comes into the game. Ignite Esports, that is something they'll be able to contest if they just control this wave well enough and they get a pick off. Yasuo able to get away from Marksu.
Yes.
So next play, Predator now. Smelling blood in the Lord pit, just waiting it out. This is going to be the waiting game now to see how next play and Ignite will deal with this. Yasuo still doing the split pushing. Marksu pushing ahead forward. Sakuragi.
Whoever cracks their patience is going to lose here.
Yeah, it's a test of patience, really. But Yasuo so far away from the rest.
Yeah, he's split pushing, and again, Carmilla just denying him of those minions.
Oh, no!
But this might be a big fight. Next play, Predator is in a bad spot. Sakuragi securing the first kill. Also, Sorry-Amthin. That's going to be Kaja going down as well. It is a 2-for-1 trade in favor of Ignite Esports. Lord is going to be leveling up. Kiki securing another kill. It is a 1-4-3, and suddenly Ignite Esports is turning back into the game. 1-for-1 duel there by Lancey and Yasuo. It's just going to be Mark Su on his own, defending against this 4-man stack of Ignite Esports.
Ignite Esports turning things around, but meanwhile the top lane, it's the minions, it's there. Oh no!
Oh, it's the minions.
The minions.
They're gonna try to secure this. They're not paying attention to the base. Yeah, the minions are gonna be pushing up, and that's gonna be Cho getting Yasuo
Finally.
finally back. Whew, sweat.
I thought no one would see that, but now Ignite Esports turning things around. I like that really long wraparound that they did there. Saksa and Yasuo going all the way to the back, knowing that next play would get sandwiched, would try to commit everything there, and they were able to get some key kills. Ignite Esports, don't count them out just yet against next play Predator. Here comes the Lord marching down the mid.
And this is where next play's patience is going to be tested. Ignite Esports finally grabbing the reins away from next play Predator. This might just be the turnaround. Next play Predator sort of cracked there. They should not crack out a Predator, but that's going to be the Divine Judgment. Eason is going to be caught off guard there. That's going to be Immortality being popped. They need to focus on the Lord. The Lord should not hit the turret, but it's already hitting the turret.
There. They're able to defend that turret. The turret does not go down. That is a lot of damage. And they do pop that Immortality from the Kaja. So Ignite are going to be playing this safer here, knowing that they don't have that Immortality on their main pickoff man on that Kaja. Oh, Kaja actually...
Frozen!
No.
Let it
Frozen
go! Let it go!
Forcing Mark Su to let go of the Immortality. Another trade! You can be a musical princess, man. Those pipes.
Those pipes, indeed.
Ignite Esports keeping this close. This very unorthodox lineup with no tank, with a lot of mages, with a lot of CC pickoffs. Can they make this work? This is a statement game about the meta for Ignite and about themselves. But here comes next play. It's close. Both teams. Who's gonna crack? Who's gonna bounce first?
Next play just might actually go into the unknown here at this point.
To the unknown indeed. You're on fire today.
They're going to be going for the falling star mode. They're going to be forcing Ignite Esports back. If they can pick off Isan here, might be a completely different story. Sakuragi not going to be going for the black shoes just yet, but that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. X-Play Predator should be falling back because Yasuo is waiting for this moment.
Yasuo doing a very familiar Cho split push to threaten the top lane, something that Team Philippines pulled off very, very well in the SEA Games. You might see a repeat of that here, but we know next play Predator isn't gonna just give that up so easily. 17
Yasuo
minutes.
is in too deep. He
30
needs to fall back. He needs to fall back here. He needs to regroup with his teammates, but instead he is going to be going for the big wraparound.
Oh, but Ignite is just way too far, so Yasuo can't do much here. He really has to be careful. I think he didn't go for that.
Carmilla's going goodwill hunting here.
Yep. All day, man. You are on fire. But this Valier, 1, 5, and 6, sort of the one, his fire's getting blown out here. Ignite Esports. They still have this, but next play just smelled blood. Pretty even in the towers. 38 seconds until the Lord comes back. Just providing a bit of space. What is going to happen here, folks? You can feel the tension in the air. Will next play continue on, go to the finals, or will Ignite Esports?
Oh, they're going to be forcing Carmilla back here to go up against Cho. Yeah, it's a good call for Ignite Esports to just go for the lane priority here. But they're trying to just play it as safe as they can. This is not a fight that we're used to seeing.
Yeah, because now you can... it's going to be all in. All in, folks. Here's
They're
the
both waiting for each other.
What is gonna happen?
I don't know myself. But Ignite Esports does have the lane priority in terms of just getting stronger minions over the top lane.
Yeah, and this might essentially be a
the bait.
4-on-4.
That is a bait.
They're going in for the bait.
A huge bait.
Will Ignite bite?
Will they bite the bite?
Looks like they don't.
They're going to be biting the bait. Mark
Mark
Sudo.
shows himself in.
Mark Sudo.
Gonna
Mark
happen.
Sudo.
Mark Sudo, what are you doing?
Oh, Yasuo.
Yasuo, meanwhile, the top lane, they're just spending so much time there.
That's going to be
Oh,
frozen and once again. Time to let it go. Ignite Esports firing up. The all
Double
cylinders.
kill.
They are going to go for the big team fight, getting 2 kills there.
Demon
Isan.
QD chasing after Isan. That is a shutdown on the Granger.
Two
And
for
that
one.
is also 2 for 1 there. Sakuragi now getting chased by Michikos. Michikos, is he going to be able to get the kill?
2 for 2.
Meanwhile, Carry gets the kill on that Kaja. Pops off the immortality. Michikos, is it gonna be enough to get one kill? But he's
Sakuragi
solo.
with a
No!
slam dunk. Shohoku high.
Slam dunk there, Yasuo with a 4th kill, and it looks like Ignite might actually win this. It's only Mark Su left for next play Predator. What incredible timing, that perfect patience from Ignite Esports using Yasuo's split push. The moment they knew that next play Predator were recognized Yasuo's split push, they went in for the kill. They take out 4 and don't count out Ignite, because they are still in this game.
Carmela can handle a lot of guys. I don't know if she can handle 5, but that's still something that Mark Su can try to do. Just defend against 5 guys.
Carmilla does have a lot of lifesteal.
They have a lot of life, still can handle a lot of beatings.
Yeah, just taking out the life from the members of Ignite Esports, but it's getting to that point where Ignite is just really dealing a lot of damage here. Will it be enough damage reduction and lifesteal from this Carmilla?
Yeah, I don't think she can suck all the life away from Ignite Esports at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult to do that. They're just so buff and strong right now.
Just take it one at a time, I feel.
Yeah. But with how Ignite is just getting the tempo of this team fight. Oh no!
Oh, no!
He gets cut off. Isan gets taken out by Demon Cutie. Meanwhile, Demon Cutie in the backline getting
Sakuragi in the backline
Sakuragi and Yasuo taking down that carry.
And that is going to be that has to be a disengaged by Predator, because look at that bottom lane push.
Oh,
That's
no.
a lot of minions, and they are going to be securing the Lord as well, and the Lord is going to be making his way over towards the mid lane at this point, something that Ignite Esports really wants. They are going to be fighting back. Yasuo is going to start pushing the mid lane, applying a lot of pressure. Diggy's going to be forced to respond to this. It's not going to be enough. Next play is going to be forced to split all their resources in order to contest this Lord. Falling Star Moon onto Saksa does not contest. He gets frozen. He needs to let it go. He's going to try to go for the kill, but he doesn't get a kill onto Saksa. No. The Lord is dangerously low in HP. Michiko's Mark Su is there. It's not going to be secured by next play, though. It's going to be Ignite Esports. They're going to start pushing in. They're going to start applying a lot of pressure. Valor's securing a lot of damage as well. Suppress Sakuragi going down by the matter of fact because of that passive from Valor. But this is still completely doable by next play Predator. But the Lord has to be stopped.
The Lord is marching down the middle lane. Next play Predator with a hell of an effort there to turn it around. They weren't able to get the steal, but they do have the damage to take down this Lord fairly quickly, and Ignite is separated from one another here. It looks like they are going to be able to take this down really quickly. Next play, Predator, the composure right now, but if I were next play, I'd be really scared. Ignite and Yasuo, he knows the target. It's the split push. The constant pressure being applied. He saw the Diggy alone there in the middle lane and just continued applying pressure. Next play, respecting the heck out of that. This could really go either way at this point. Wow, Ignite able to pull this off with this kind of lineup. Such a unique lineup that if this happened in a ranked game in a pub, a lot of us would just be flaming. But no, Ignite has a plan.
And that plan is to burn the bridges that they have with Next Play Predator, with Aurora, you know.
With that ice.
With that ice.
Burn them with
ice.
Burn them with ice, exactly. Give them that frostbite. But will Next Play get bitten? Or will Ignite
be ignited?
Be ignited. They do have the Valor.
They have Valor, man. And again, this is a song of fire, a game of fire and ice for these guys. Yeah. But again, Next Play Predator is going to be posting up in the mid lane brush. They're going to try to catch anybody off guard here, anybody that starts pushing in, because they know that Ignite Esports might just want to out-push that mid lane. But this is going to be a big wraparound by Ignite Esports. This might be big. They're gonna try to go for this Aurora.
Yeah, they called back the Carmilla. The Carmilla was about to go to the bottom lane, but okay, now she's going back to the bottom.
They run away now.
They run away. Oh.
No, we don't want fight. We don't want no big problems.
Carmilla's hesitating. He's going back and
Michikos
forth.
go for the Falling Star Moon. That's not a good Falling Star Moon. Ison manages to flicker out there. Sorry, I'm thin. Going in for the aggressive. Sakuragi goes for the black boots. Black shoes, I mean.
Sorry, I'm thin. Get pops off the
Suppressed.
Immortality. Lancey.
Ison in the backside.
Ison in the backside.
Ison in the
Would be able to
backside.
take down Diggy. And Aurora takes out the Valier. Double kill for the Aurora. Meanwhile, here in base is Marksu versus Joe, but back here in the team fight, Michiko. Oh no, the Immortality has been popped. Will they be able to get the kill? Yasuo, look at that pressure. I don't care about you. I'll kick you away. Look, that disrespect on that kick.
I kick you in the face, Holmes.
And now Diggy forced to go back here. Ignite is really just playing on a whole nother level. Michikos eats all of that Death Sonata and gets a lot of damage.
Oh, this might be the
That is
turnaround.
That is big.
20 seconds before two members go up. That's going to be more than enough to regroup over to the mid lane, but that is going to be a man advantage on the side of Ignite Esports, something that they don't want, something that Nextplay Predator does not want going into this upcoming Lord fight, potentially the game-changing fight.
Oh, they do get the buff, but the two members coming back here are going to be that Valier and Demon Cutie on that Marksman. Oh,
Marksu.
Looks like they are going to be forcing it. Marksu just eating up all the damage. Yasuo able to get away. Flame shot hits, but no, it'll be fine.
20 seconds before Michikos goes back. They need him. They need her. They need Esmeralda here.
Yeah, they can't engage without this Esmeralda because, as we've seen, Ignite is lacking that tanky presence. Next play has that. If they go toe-to-toe here with Ignite without that Esmeralda, I'm not sure if Next play can come out of that well enough. The Lord is here.
They're
and it is
posting up.
on.
They're going to be posting up here. And they are securing the mid brush and the bottom brush as well so that they can just surround Nextplay Predator.
Yeah, it's a big pinch.
And this is going to be a big push. They're going to try to just bait something out of it. But Carmilla's going to be on the top side, just trying to get the
cut
lane
off.
priority. Sakuragi, low on HP, goes for the Falling Star Moon, but manages to flicker at the last possible moment before getting pulled back.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thin. Gets really low there. Gets a lot of damage from the Death Sonata, but he's able to get away. Meanwhile, Marksu, because of all the pressure on the lanes, can't even get close to the fighting because he just has to help out. Meanwhile, Yasuo, once again, a little bit more pressure. He understands that this is the advantage that they have here, but here comes Marksu. So close to Ignite Esports. He gets caught, he gets frozen.
Let it
All
go!
that damage!
Let it go! Immortality.
Immortality has been paused. Sakuragi gets caught in the Falling Star Moon. Michikos, will he be able to get a kill of the Sakuragi? Sakuragi able to get away. He's fine. Marksu forced to recall back. Meanwhile, a bit of a skirmish here. Sorry, I'm thin. Gets really low though. Time's journey just to make sure that the Valier gets away.
Cho is just waiting for another possibility here. Yasuo just looking for an opening.
Ooh.
It's back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first 27-minute game that we have.
This is just the qualifiers, guys. This shows so much.
They really want it.
Yeah, how much they really want it. The desire, the drive. And next play is, I think they're quite stumped. Every time they try to do something, it seems like Ignite just has a response, and that response is usually, yo, check out your other lane. You guys gotta go back.
This is a stalemate. Speaking of you guys gotta go back, they have huge authority over that Cho.
Yeah,
They have big control, but that is going to be a contestant on that Lord, and they are gonna try to do what they can to go for this Lord. Gets the suppress onto Yasuo, but Yasuo does not care. Yasuo just secures turrets. He's gonna go for a fight against Marksu. It's a 1v1, but that is going to be a 1-for-0 trade so far. Ignite Esports down one man.
Diggy gets the kill on that, on the side of Ignite Esports.
Oh, Cho's gonna be there. Yasuo looking for a fight. Demon Cutie is not.
Oh, you
Gonna
don't want to
let
go. You don't want to go one-on-one against that Demon Cutie.
And Yasuo with the flicker. Oh my God!
Beautiful use of the flicker, the Way of Dragon, getting off that Esmeralda. Oh, Demon Cutie.
Immortality pop
With that
onto
kill
Demon
on the
Cutie.
Granger, Kiki is really low. Sorry, I'm thin, really low as well. Who goes down first? And Kiki goes down. That's 3 down for the side of for Ignite Esports. Meanwhile, a monster kill on
Ison.
Ison. You're so low. Lancey and Demon
Pops the
Cutie.
Immortality.
They'll be able to get this kill. That is 4 down. That is big. 4 down on the side of Ignite Esports. It's just this Ziggy and this carry going for this Lord.
I don't think they can.
They can't. They're getting so much damage, and then the top lane Yasuo.
Oh, this is gonna be big. They need to fall back now.
Oh no, you gotta help Mark Su. Mark Su, can he get away? Oh, no!
Oh,
God,
it gets pulled back. Yeah, they can take care of Yasuo
Shut
there.
down.
But this is an intense fight.
I'm at a loss for
This is
words.
game 2 in a best of 3 in the close qualifiers.
Next play Predator. If Ignite Esports goes for the Lord here, Next play Predator has the advantage because they do have their Esmeralda up. It's 38 seconds until Mark 2 comes back. 40 until Cho comes back for Ignite Esports. Next play. What are you gonna do? What can you do against this lineup that even we said, what the heck? But now we're saying, OMG, Ignite is pulling off something really special here with this lineup.
What's the next play? Next play?
That's the only question we have left.
Because the esports here has been ignited so far. The semifinals of the upper bracket.
And right now, next play, you really got to channel in the spirit of the Predator. Go for the pounds. But it's Ignite
that's
who
gonna be
goes for
big.
the
That's gonna
pounds.
be big.
They don't have a time's journey.
That's an entire minute out, and they are taking advantage of that by just starting up the Lord. They're gonna try to equalize everything. They know that there's no divine judgment available. That's gonna be Kiki going down. That's a lot of bodies going down. It is a 2-for-2 trade so far, making a 2-for-3 trade because Ignite Esports is fighting until the last. But Yasuo is making his way over towards the top side. Eson is not going to be letting up, and this is very dangerous.
It's
Carmilla 1v3. I don't think Carmilla can handle 3 guys at the same time.
I don't think so too. Oh, there goes the Way of Dragon. Yasuo going for
We're
the
going
Mark
to game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Ignite Esports with the surprise of the day with that incredible lineup and play. 30 minutes. They bring. Oh my goodness, we are at a loss for words here, folks. We just witnessed one of the craziest games of Mobile Legends we have seen. This is only the qualifiers. It's game 3 after 30 minutes. Ignite. All the respect in the world for Ignite Esports. Now, I feel like they just gained so many new fans right now. They just pulled off something I never thought we would see. Incredible show. Incredible show from both teams, but Ignite, of course, pulling off that win. Nomad here is still fine, but he is just motioning to the air. He's at a loss for words.
I'm at a loss for words because I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. It completely looked like Next Play Predator is gonna be getting this game. It looked like it was gonna be 2-0. But Ignite Esports just persevered until the very end. Just secured as much objectives as they can and did not give up. Something that an MPL team should have, perseverance.
And they showed it. And they absolutely showed it. That Aurora coming out of nowhere, surprising Next Play Predator, surprising all of us. Surprising you at home, I'm sure. Looking back at the highlights here, this is the point where Ignite, we're showing Next Play. We're not going to give up. They get 2 kills there. But Demon Cutie, of course, turning things around. Another fight in the Lord Pit. It was so crucial here that, oh my goodness, looking back now, that Lilia steal on the Lord was so crucial.
It was.
If Next Play got that, it probably would have been over there.
And this is why map control is an important factor in Mobile Legends. As long as you get map priority, wherein that is a lane priority, wherein that's where the waves, your wave is pushed towards the side of your opponent. You get that that lane priority, you get the game. That's exactly what Ignite Esports just went for. Cho just started pushing the top lane. Even though they were busy with the bottom lane, Cho just tried to look for any openings. Even if he can take out 2 minions away from the lane and then go back and regroup with his teammate. That's something that Cho did. That's something that just ultimately won them the game. This is the final moments of Next Play Predator in game number 2. But it's just Carmilla on his own. Nothing that Carmilla could do there.
And the effect of Yasuo's constant split pushing taking away the Carmilla from the team fights. MVP, Saksa. But if I had the choice, the MVP award has to go to the entirety of Ignite, man. The teamwork.
Can we change that? Can you change the MVP to that?
Yeah, can you just put in all the members of Ignite over there? The amount of teamwork and communication you need to pull that off. That is crazy. And I'm sure next play, Ignite has gained so much respect from all the teams here, from everyone at home watching, from the casters. I've never seen Nomad like this, just completely speechless. Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, yes. Nomad is still here, folks. And we are still here for game number 3. Next play, Predator versus Ignite.
We're diving into the unknown, man. Game 3 is... We should just let go of game 2. Go into game 3. Just dive into the unknown.
Oh.
Because we might get tangled in our thoughts, you know.
Yeah. You got any more there?
And we might just find the beauty and the beast inside of the games that we're going to be finding here. I mean, who knows? They might be the king of fighters here. Because they've been fighting for their regular season slot.
Yeah. And we're seeing all of that.
We're seeing a lot of that
teams.
from both of these teams.
Uh-huh. Oh, man. Folks, we are absolutely speechless. We witnessed, you watching this right now witnessed something absolutely special. This is going to go down in history as one of the best games in Mobile Legends ever, for the amount of patience, teamwork, execution, and it's moments like this that show why all of us love this game.
And we're not in the regular season yet.
This isn't regular season. This is the qualifiers. You can see the question up there. Who will be the last 2 teams?
Question mark.
Man.
Who are going to be the last 2 teams? We're going to be getting one team for today, and tomorrow, Group B, completely different story. We're going to be getting another team. All of that.
I'm pretty sure when people saw the groupings here, especially for the diehard followers of the MPL here in the Philippines, a lot of us were saying, you know what? It's going to be a toss-up between Next Play and Signal Ultra Warriors. They have the experience. They have the pedigree. Yeah, Ignite and Gosu are going to show us a fight, but it's just going to be those 2. We were so wrong.
It's going to be all these four teams.
This is why when the casters saw this lineup, it was crazy.
Like at the back of our heads, we're already thinking, yeah, it's this team versus this team in the finals. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Complete 180. It's not gonna happen. We're gonna be having a completely different, prediction going into the finals now. Just seeing how well these teams have been performing.
And if Ignite gets taken down in the lower bracket here, I feel like a lot of people, after the showing that they put on here, are gonna be rooting for them to go up against Next Play. These are 2 very special teams.
Very, very special teams.
Not to take away, of course, from Signal Ultra Warriors and Gosu. We are still going to see a lot more of them throughout the day. But this is the story right now.
Let's
look at the now.
Their coach, Changu, there, formerly of Aether Valkyrie fame and Aether Atlas. Now the coach here. Ignite.
Look at them just trying to keep the mood light. They know that they just went through an absolute unforgettable war, and they're just smiling, fist bumping, because they know going into this game, you are gonna be facing a terrifying Next Play. You forced them to go all the way to 30 minutes with a lineup that is unorthodox, and you beat them. Next Play is going to be out for blood, and that Predator name is going to be carried out in spirit in a whole nother level. But look at Ignite just smiling. The emotional and psychological advantage seems to be on their court.
I mean, they just literally came back from a losing game.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not gonna smile? If anything, that's gonna break the momentum here of Next Play Predator, who just came out of a clean 1-0 victory against Ignite Esports, and now they're tied 1-1 because of one big multiple misplays from Next Play.
Yeah, and we have seen this exact same scenario happen in another tournament. I did mention this earlier. Let's bring it back. A little bit of a quick history lesson. Next Play and Ignite in a smaller tournament have went up against one another. That series went to 3, and it was the same story. Next Play stomped Ignite in Game 1. In Game 2, Ignite put up a fight, and if I remember correctly, that fight went from 20 to 25. That's almost 30. We are seeing history happen again here, but in that series I'm referring to, Next Play won that. Will Ignite be able to change history here?
And we might just write another page in their history books here. We might just have to write another page here. I'm gonna tear another page in my notebook. Write it.
Write it down. History. While Nomad does that, we do want to thank our presenting sponsor, Smart, our official sponsor, Realme, and of course the organizer. Organized by Moonton. History. That's what it says right there. History.
Has been written.
Has been written.
And of course, if you're just tuning in, if you just missed the epic fight between Ignite Esports and Next Play Predator, and if you don't know what this is, I don't know what rock you're living under, but this is the Mobile Legends Back by Professional League Season 5 closed qualifiers for Group A. And this is the semifinals to determine who's going to be in the grand finals later on tonight, to determine who is going to be the first team that's going in the group stages. And of course, we are your shoutcast. I'm Nomad together with Reptar here, not to be confused with Tiago.
Hey.
It's a completely different.
Who's that?
Who's
I don't know who that is.
Tiago?
Yeah, I don't know. But what I do know is, it is Valentine's Day, of course. And if you weren't able to have a great Valentine's Day, or fell short, or maybe it was great and you wanted so much better, we do have some really great Valentine boxes, of course, courtesy of Moonton. 1 guaranteed epic skin per 5 epic boxes that you purchase.
And 1 guaranteed special or elite skin per 5 elite boxes. And that's going to be from the 11th up until the 23rd. And if you can see the TV here, this is what you will be getting. And if you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that plays Mobile Legends, this is the perfect gift for them. If you don't have a date, the Valentine's Day, this is a perfect gift for yourself. Self-love is more important than love for another person.
Oh, man. I thought that you'd be able to deliver that again with a smile this time, but you just look heartbroken once more. It's okay, no, man. Don't worry. We're here. We got a lot of Mobile Legends action for you once again.
A lot.
Thank you to you watching at home for sticking with us and the teams. They are just giving it their all, showing their heart out. So thank you so much.
And we are also giving it our all because it's not easy screaming that entire 30 minutes from that fight. I'm not going to lie. That has been the most intense cast I've ever had since the Season 3 playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, God. See, it's been
Hi,
so long.
nice
It's been
to
so
see
long.
you again.
Season 4 playoffs.
This week, Mobile
And that's a
Legends
pass
team
because I was
returns
not
with a
casting the
new
grand finals. The
hero.
grand finals was
Let's
crazy
meet
during Season 4.
Cecilion, the embrace of
Yeah,
night.
But this is just the close qualifiers, though. And we're already at this level of casting is screaming left and right because the plays have just been so intense. And Osiris is just lying here on the floor, just awe-stricken as well from what happened.
Yeah. Fellow caster Osiris here. But, you know, this isn't about us. This isn't about anything else but these players, the effort they're bringing in here. So let's bring it back into a discussion about what can we see here. At this point, would you, if you are Ignite Esports, consider banning out Demon Cutie's carry? Because the carry and the play Demon Cutie provided the amount of damage kept Next Play Predator alive. Would you consider banning it out?
I would instead go for a respect play against a carry. Really, there's nothing. The only thing you can do against a carry is to not. It's just to delay the inevitable. Because at the end of the day, carry is still going to get the golden staff. It's still going to be dishing out a lot of damage as soon as he gets the Demon Hunter sword. as soon as she gets those 2 items, she's already a big problem. And especially because of her passive is going to be dishing out a lot of true damage, it's only a matter of time before she becomes a problem. So typically the timing for that is a 10-minute mark, or somewhere if the carry can get it
Sometimes
within the 8-minute 30.
Yeah.
That's the best case scenario. But if you can delay that for 15 minutes and just make sure you apply a lot of pressure to that carry, has the tough choice between farming or helping out her team, that's the only way you can. That's the way you can beat carry. That's realistically the only way they can beat carry, unless you completely ban them. But I don't think carry is a ban-worthy champion, ban-worthy hero, unless you're really afraid of that carry. But again, it's all about just controlling carry's timing. Just prevent that from happening.
And a trend that I've been seeing here from Ignite is that whoever is in the top lane going toe to toe with carry, or whatever lane carries in, Ignite calls for that side laner to help in skirmishes and team fights, and that's what's been opening up a lot of the opportunities here for Demon QT to continue farming. I feel like if I'm Ignite here, draft so that you can stand toe to toe and force 4v4s, and respect the fact that carry knows that the best thing to do is stay in lane and farm. Hold that lane down for dear life, and then just once you see carry leaving, you know you are forcing next play to do something that they are not comfortable with. That has to be the key here for Ignite. It's been a story about whatever lane carry is in, and we have been talking about hypotheticals, but let's see it in action here as we enter the draft. Game number 3 in what will go down to be a legendary series between Next Play Predator.
A Layla tank, that's what we're talking about. That's going to be the next level play from Next Play. A Layla tank. Of course, we're going to go for a Grok.
Sorry, I'm thin on that Grok. Next Play Predator blocking out the Valier and the Farsa. Ignite getting Selena.
Getting the carry.
And they get the carry.
They get the carry right over here. My finger
carry.
disappeared. Carry over there.
Yeah. And Ignite banning out Harith and Selena. It shows really how powerful mages are in this current meta. And now Ignite showing, maybe it's not fear, but the respect that, you know what, if you play it really well. Oh, and this is what I mentioned earlier in game 2. The possibility that they give up the Uranus ban and Next Play picks it up. This is the same, if I'm not mistaken, this is close to the same lineup we saw when Next Play went up against Signal Ultra Warriors and they had the Uranus. They had the Uranus and the Grok as well. Trying to remember and jog my brain if they had the Bruno.
They did not have the Bruno.
It was a carry during that game. It was a carry. It was the difference here.
No, so Harith, Grok, Liliatom's carry, then a Grok carry, Diggy, Ling, Bruno.
Okay.
But that's still a Bruno.
Yep.
Bruno can overpower carry. As long as Bruno, again, farms up. That's the only thing that they need to do here. Stop Bruno from farming. Stop carry from farming. That's a trend I'm seeing here. A Diggy and a Kufra being banned out.
I like the Diggy ban. It has been very effective for Next Play. That's a good ban for the side of Ignite Esports. If I were them, if they are going to play this fast, they might pick up the Baksha, or they'll consider getting the Hylos just as a sponge and to hold down while the rest of the Ignite wraps around, but they do pick up the Akai.
I like that Akai pickup. I like this pickup. This pickup in
that
particular.
Pickup right there.
Oh, Nana.
Oh, will we see the Nana here?
What's my name?
We have been talking, like a lot of people are thinking that it's a joke, but a lot of people are talking about the possibility in the strength of a Nana here.
The return of Harley. I like that.
Nana, Harley.
Oh man, what a unique lineup. Now Next Play pulling out some strings that we didn't know existed.
Kaja.
You know that Next Play Nana pickup I really like, because if this Ignite Esports lineup is pretty divey, and if the Nana can keep out Ignite's front line, that's most likely going to be Kiki. Kiki's going to be turned into a cat. Into a Melina cat a lot in this game. Next Play showing us the next level play with a Harley and Nana pickup. You mentioned you like that Harley pickup. Why?
No, it's just because I miss Harley.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen the hat trick into the deadly magic and the hat trick out of there. But you know, I don't want to predict this game. I just want to enjoy this game because this is gonna be technically deciding their tournament life here, deciding their regular season life.
Yeah,
so to
because
speak.
whoever ends up in the finals first are going to be sitting very comfortably because we're not going to see them for
Until
2
8
more
p.m.
games. Next play, Ignite, whoever wins this, they're going to be sitting comfortably. But right now, everyone around the world watching this is on the edge of their seats. It's Next Play Predator versus Ignite Esports. Game number 3. It's the top 8 qualifiers only, but it feels like we're in the playoffs, baby. Because we're seeing some really crazy play here. Yasuo.
Already using the flicker too.
Oh.
Too early.
Being forced there. Sorry, I'm thin. Picking out
That's alright.
the support emblem there. Just so he has more, he can get back to the game faster. Quicker cooldown on the ult as well.
I like how the joke just came over your head.
Maybe I subconsciously just decided to ignore it.
Maybe, just maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. But Lancy now playing the Nano. Oh, will he be able to get caught off here?
Yeah, not enough.
He does, but it is
Still
not
live.
going to be enough. He'll live.
Well, yeah, this is going to be the game that's going to be deciding who is going to wait for their opponent in the finals. And the gauntlet is going to be in the lower bracket without a shadow of a doubt. I'm saying without a shadow of a doubt. And this is a bit of a scuffle here near the turtle pit. Kiki getting a double 1,000-pounder blender there.
Oh,
Ring
this
of
gonna be
Orders
rough.
not enough. Sorry, I'm thin. Gonna be forced to forcing out that flicker.
And Kiki actually forcing out the flicker to get away from that. Yeah,
Yes.
that is what you meant.
Yes, that is what I meant.
Lancy forced to go back to base me in the meantime. We're just having some fun here, folks. It's game number 3. We just witnessed one of the most amazing matches ever.
One of the most amazing matches
Can
that
you-
just ignited the esports passion within us, and we are curious to see what is the next play here between these two teams.
Both teams now respecting each other, playing it much more slowly. A little bit aggressive in the waiting in the bushes, the bush peaks as well. But overall, pretty conservative. Sorry, I'm thin. Providing a bit of space there for Mark Su and Michikols just to do a little bit more damage on that turret. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is going to be 2-on-2. We're going to get a
That's going to be a
rotation here.
full-on trade here. It's a turret for a turret here. They're going to be forcing a lot of people out. Lancy is zoned away from the turret. No Divine Judgment available for Eson, but that's going to be okay. Transformers more than MCI.
Ooh.
He's going to go down. Saxa taking him out.
First blood here. Is that going to be enough damage? As next play, the Grok is coming down here just to keep them at bay to defend the turret. It's still 4-on-1. Meanwhile, in the top lane, it looks like next play once again taking the turret first. Tunnel vision so strongly on that top lane turret, and they are going to take that down. That gives a lot of room for the Harley and the Uranus to roam around. And I won't be surprised if next play just dive into team fights here. Meanwhile, he gets caught there in the Hurricane Dance. Harley goes down, gets taken down by the carry. Sorry, I'm thin. Trying to run away, getting chased here by Isan and Sakuragi. Will it be enough damage? Here comes Lassie with the ult just to try to help. Sorry, I'm thin out. Is it going to be enough? Sorry, I'm thin. Sorry, is that going to be enough? Yes, it is. And Sorry, I'm thin gets away. But nope, the turret goes down for the side of next play because the focus there that next play had to give to save their tank.
I just got to point out, though, that Saxa got the early 2 kills and the turtle.
Oh, and look at the gold lead. It's 2.3 buffs there on the carry.
This is gonna be a daily carry. She's leaning towards an early late game. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, Yasuo.
Where's
comes
the
the
flicker?
three-man
You're not
rotate.
going anywhere, sir. You almost turned into a rabbit, or a cat,
It's
or
a cat.
a cat, cabbage,
A cabbage.
cabbage.
It's a
I'm
cabbage from
hungry.
now on.
Sakuragi staying inside the bushes, gonna try to look for an opportunity to go for the ambushes because Ignite Esports looking for the ports that they can go for next play Predator to be in a bit of a danger. Sakuragi going in for the chase, goes for the black shoes. There goes the Divine Judgment, taking down Michikols.
Magicals has been taken out. It's going to be 3 kills over 1 of next play. Kiki and Sorry, I'm thin. Just facing each other here, 1-on-1. Demon Cutie.
The Brusco Rudders.
Bruno. Gonna be a lot of damage here. South a lot of damage too, but he does have that 2-kill advantage
Mm,
over. Oh no,
that's
but he
gonna
gets
be
caught in
costly.
the Hurricane Dance.
And the Wave the Dragon as well. That's not how you should be playing Bruno, though.
He was he wasn't careful enough there. Sakuragi not careful as well. Gets taken out by the power of nature from the Grok. Ignite Esports able to trade it as well.
3,000 gold lead and slowly inching farther and farther away here in terms of gold. And map control as well. They got 2 turrets down. Top and bottom jungle completely open for Ignite Esports to take. And they're gonna have to siege up the mid lane in order for them to completely get control of the map.
Kiki, 1,000-pounder just to get away, but he's getting chased down by the 2 attacks here. Kiki, oh,
No
airborne.
escape.
Oh, no escape, but
Carry.
there is the help. Mark Su getting a lot of damage from that carry, forcing them back. Stop chasing my Akai, because he is my guy, and he is on out of here, back home, safely healing up. No kill there for next play.
You don't mess with the Saksa.
Why? Oh, I thought that was one of those jokes where you ask why afterwards, and then you have like a punchline.
It's wordplay.
Okay, I see. And meanwhile, we're seeing here in the Turtle Pit Ignite Esports trying to get this turtle, but next play Predator will contest. Ooh, sorry, I'm Finn. Getting the aggro there, but oh, Kiki.
Oh, there's a 2-man Hurricane Dance. But there's going to be a disengage as well because they don't have a lot of firepower behind that Hurricane Dance pin. And meanwhile, they're going to try just to zone away everybody from the turtle. And this might be an engagement that Ignite Esports wants to happen. Wave the Dragon is available for Yasuo as well as Divine Judgment if they can get Bruno. Could have been a big thing. Yasuo going for the Jeet Kune though. Not going to be committing it. Instead, securing the top, the tier 1 turret.